Okay. We good? Can you guys hear? I think we are. I can hear myself.
Salutations.
Hola. Yeah, take two exactly.
Alrighty then.
You can hear me. So, yay. All right, we good. Oh, anyway, what we were talking about earlier. Andy's working on. Andy is working. We're doing a quick recap. Andy's working on some airplane from some strange anime about aliens and the South Pole. And Jeff is over there defrosting his boots because they're frozen shut with a hairdryer because he's in the cold Canadian winterness, winterland over there. And Tiberium is making a mold of his Kotobukiya kit, and he's got some clear gloves on, which are very kind of scary looking. He's got some gloves on. It puts the lotion on the skin. And I'm literally here in my disgusting bedhead about to grab some food. And Chris is over there looking dapper as usual, working on, I don't know. What are you doing, man? What you doing, Chris?
Oh, your mic is still muted, Chris.
Muting myself, watching the breaker uppers. Okay.
Got it.
So he's muting himself. What is the breaker uppers? I don't know what the breaker uppers is. So is it like a new movie? Or a fairly old one, or I don't know. I'm kind of like out of the loop in terms of like what is it? Like pop culture and just like really popular movies and stuff like that. Like I mean watched Bird Box the other day. You know?
I still haven't seen that.
It's like I've been seeing stuff in the news about people doing the Bird Box challenge, and I'm like, what the hell is that? Apparently it was like some people like doing some stupid shit while blindfolded, and I was like, why are they doing this? And then I saw the movie, and I was like, oh, stupid idiots.
I saw on the news, I think it was here, that somebody got into an accident because they were doing the Bird Box challenge while driving.
Stupid.
Smart.
That is
natural selection.
Yep.
That's just dumb. All right.
Congratulations. You have been selected to not continue the species.
Pretty epic. Yeah, I'm gonna grab my kit real quick and get going. Oh, I love wireless. Living wireless is so great. Like I'm all the way in the other room and I can still hear you guys. Like that's...
Yeah, please don't go to the bathroom.
Don't forget to
Just hear like this like really long stream of water. Wait, Jeff, what are you hair drying?
The paint I'm putting on my kit.
The paint that you put on your kit, you're drying that?
Yeah, I'm painting with oils.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go throw some kerosene in this heater here. You know, shit. And I don't have heating like. Well, I do have normal heating ish, but I'm too to use it. I gotta move in like 2 months, and I'm pretty sure gonna. I gotta start looking for a place, but I'm gonna find a smaller place. This place is just way too big to heat and cool. I think 4 bedrooms is a little too much for an unmarried, non-family man. Depending, it has to clean too. So, not that I clean, but you know, I don't do like weekly vacuums and stuff like that. If it's dirty, then I'll just clean, and then if it's not, I'll just leave it. But my place is a fucking mess right now.
At least you don't have a dog.
No, but I have myself, and I'm shedding leg hair and shit all over the place anyway. But also, having a woman in the house does not help with the hair situation. You have no idea.
I have some idea.
I grew up with a sister and a mom, and both of them with their hair situation. Let's just say the bathroom is not very fun to go to. Oh, and the hair, I'll vacuum in the morning, like at work, like just to clean up the classroom and stuff like that. And by the end of the day, it'll just be like I'll be gathering up like seriously clumps of hair with the Swiffer.
Yeah.
So that's life. That freaking paint chipped. 'Cause it's so cold. My paint got freaking chipped. I'm kind of pissed. And the leg of my gym custom, I'll show you in a little bit, but there's like some puttying and stuff that I did, and I painted over it, and I guess it was not as sturdy as I thought. Yeah, it died. It like cracked. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna cover it up with a decal.
Whatever works.
That's the lazy way out, I reckon.
Nobody will know but you.
Whatever works.
Oh God, it's
And
such
us.
a gorgeous day out.
And us, and everyone watching this.
I'm outside looking at the sky, and it's beautiful. The sun's shining and shit, and I'm about to go inside my freaking Gunpla room. Hang out with you fools. Nah, it's cool.
That should work. In theory. What's everybody in the chat working on? Oh, okay. All right, so
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about the Google Hangouts is like there's no ability to customize anything. I want to be able to like pull the chat up and stuff like that, but I'm gonna need to figure out how to get the audio to pull off of my MacBook. So anyway, for me, I'm gonna be working on this kit. You guys already know because Andy already ousted me, the jerk. So my project for today is a one-day build. We're talking snapped, sanded, painted, and a small, maybe not diorama but maybe base of sorts. So I don't know. I guess I kind of want to just like prove a point that it's possible to do a somewhat relatively small build in a day. So, man, that's a lot of runners, man. That's a lot of runners. So many. It's gonna take me like 5 hours to build this, man. Damn. Oh. I gotta pull the chat up real quick.
How life is 30 minutes. 6 hours story.
Okay.
Make sure you one by going them. Yeah, okay.
Here's what I'm working on, guys.
Wow.
It's a tabaxi for my D&D campaign.
Chris, that's his mom.
Oh, Lord. It is his mom. I'm sorry, we're also watching a movie, and it's horrendously hilarious. I don't know if you guys can see that very well.
That's pretty cool. There's a streak of light going across your thing, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
What?
Did you hear what the fuck he just said?
No, I did not. I'm going to mute myself again, guys.
I'm making a mess.
Don't everybody talk all at once.
Yeah, Alex is muted.
Summer just called me.
Oh, okay.
Had the hair dryer going.
Doesn't help that I'm not the most talkative guy.
I'm on the same way. Yeah, so how about this weather, huh?
Oh, well, those sports teams.
Yeah. I was out cutting my grass the other day.
Cutting your grass. It was above freezing today. Here.
What was it? I think it was in the 40s today. Fahrenheit. I think it's supposed to get back down to below freezing tonight, though.
Oh yeah, it goes below freezing here every night too. This is the time of year we have our kind of a winter festival. We got this crazy canal that we turn into a skating rink every year, and almost without fail, every year we have a warm spell that closes the canal. Last weekend it was closed. It's open this weekend.
Sounds like fun.
I don't know. The idea of skating on a frozen canal for 10 kilometers, I kind of...
Sounds amazing.
Oh, yeah, it's cool. Once you've done it, 20 times over the years, it's, yeah, whatever.
20 years.
I've kind of given up on winter, which is kooky because I live here.
Well, you chose to be the citizen of the wrong country then.
I didn't choose nothing, buddy.
Well, I mean, you could always move to Uganda, where it's warm.
Sure.
I mean, there's plenty of other things you could have done.
Well, they let me work from home, so I've kind of only been out of the house maybe 5 times since New Year's.
Mm.
Wow. Living the dream, man.
That is pretty epic.
I think, yeah, no, what I wouldn't give to not have to deal with people on a daily basis.
Really,
Well, I do,
dude?
just not in person.
This is the freaking decal sheet. It's literally 4 decals. Look at this. This is so stupid. Why is it so small? I want more decals.
At least you get
Very
decals.
underwhelming. Yeah. It's 3 Ds and a snowman.
Should make it nice and simple then.
I want more. I'm a relatively hungry person. I always want more.
Although I have no room to talk because I hardly ever get anything done.
Me too. I don't even know why I have a Gunpla channel. I haven't put out any Gunpla related content in a while. Okay.
Pick your channel to be a Gunpla channel, Alex. More of a experience channel more than anything.
Experience.
That's life, as it were.
The lifestyle channel.
Yeah. Go back to the overhead feed now.
By the way, I put some pictures on Discord of what I'm actually working on so you can actually see them.
Okay. We'll check it out.
Solve the problems. I don't have to keep wiping shit.
All right. There we go. Well, Bob Hogan's talking about my comment on moving to Africa for Jeff. All fun and games till you remember that 2010 Nestle argued in U.S. court that corporations do not need to follow international law so they could continue using child labor in Africa. Well, that got dark quick.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Man.
Where's...
I think, anyway.
What?
What?
Huh?
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 Meh. What is happening?
No,
This is a very strange stream today.
It is.
The vibe is very strange. Man, I think I'm seriously like I'm actually really considering what is it? Challenging Zach to a rematch.
Do it.
I'm gonna challenge him to a rematch.
Glutton for punishment?
No, absolutely not.
I mean, I'd say double or nothing.
Oh, there you go.
That dinner was quite expensive too.
Did you say something about Africa, or did I miss you?
It was some law that let them use child labor or something.
Ah, it's Africa. What do you expect?
I never realized Chris had such a thick, like, Texan accent, Southern accent.
You don't think cell phones are?
Oh man, you have no
Chris
idea. This is me
Chris
talking.
is a redneck.
Oh yeah, dude, big time.
What did you just say?
I mean, I'm used to it because I've been around plenty of Texans, but
I mean, not when you speak normally.
didn't know
Yeah.
Chris was such a redneck.
Oh yeah, dude. Dude, I'm from East Texas. Like, you get me around my family, and the y'alls and ain'ts and can'ts come out.
It's pretty awful.
Ain't taint. Y'all ain't taint.
Oh my god. Can we eat these last two cookies?
Yeah.
So we can
I want the cookies. Give me the cookies.
Kim got us Tiff's Treats Snickerdoodles.
Oh man.
Legit. They were delivered warm to the house.
What the hell?
Just fucking great. I love Tiff's Treats. They're a local place.
But no, the best, like the closest I can get to like really nicely made cookies is probably
No.
probably Subway.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
really?
Ugh.
brutal.
I'll put my mute up on or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna mute myself again. We're gonna finish this movie up real quick. By the way, I highly suggest the Breaker Uppers, especially if you've got like a New Zealander type of sense of humor. It's fucking hilarious.
Like Flight of the Conchords, New Zealander type of humor?
Yes, actually, Jermaine's in this one.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen them live? By the way, we got to see them a couple of years ago. It was amazing.
No, I've never seen them live.
Oh yeah, good times, man.
I know they played New
said-
York once, but I never got a chance to go.
They had some performances that they only do live that are just incredible. But yeah, I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna eat some cookies and then paint some minis.
Sure.
He'll be back once the movie's off. I promise. Y'all can do whatever the fuck you want with them.
She don't want you, man.
Sound of his own voice, and it's awful.
Yeah.
And
Kim
I'm
only
like,
wants
dude,
Chris
what?
for his body.
All right, guys. Talk to you in a bit.
Yeah. Wow, this is like a really weird dynamic today. I don't know why. You know why? It's because Brian's not here. That's why.
You know, I was just about to say he's not in here to keep us grounded.
Where the hell is he? I know. Oh, I think he said he was building a cabinet or something for his friend.
Yeah,
So he
he was
might
talking to somebody.
not be back from that. Where the hell's my other like good nipper? Ugh. Who's that breathing really loud? It sounds like me when I'm like lying down like sideways, like watching TV, and like my airways like slightly constricted, and I'm like just and then someone will think I'm like fucking passed out sleeping. You sleeping? No? Why are you breathing like that? I don't know.
It's probably
I
me.
think,
I've been congested all week.
I don't hear it anymore. But I I don't know. Oliver was like, Alex, you were snoring quite loud. I was like, my bad. So he straight up had to go to Daiso and buy some earplugs. Oh man. But seriously, like, I felt kind of bad, like, because I chose the Capsule Hotel and I kind of thought it would be like a somewhat decent place, but it was not as decent as I thought it would be. But yeah, no, some we had, I don't know. I think it was we had a funky experience mostly because of not the place, but actually the people. Like, because like there's a pretty like unspoken rule of general etiquette amongst travelers, isn't there?
Seems like there
But
might be.
like the guy next to me had his dirty underwear and socks like right on the floor, and I'd be stepping on that shit every time I got out of my capsule. Like come on. And the worst part is this guy was Korean. Everybody's always like knocking on like Chinese people for like, you know, for like not being great travelers and stuff like that. And the cause of the problem was a Korean dude next to me.
Mm.
So I don't know.
Jack him up.
Quite disappointed. Oh, I wanted to rip into him, but then I would have to deal with sleeping next to that guy for the next couple of days, and that wouldn't be fun. So I decided not to. Can't find my peppers. Well, I guess I'm gonna be using the God hands. Knowing my luck this year and last year, I'm gonna end up breaking these too. Guys, I need help on getting my good luck back on track.
Just keep going, man.
Ugh.
That's all you can do.
What, you don't like hearing people jerk them off? Oh god, but that wasn't Tokyo. That was in Nagoya. that was something else, man.
Did you ever find out like who that was specifically?
No. I
Don't
don't know.
know.
Well, the thing is, like with these capsule hotels, is like there are a lot of like temporary workers. Like for example, let's say for example, I'm a contractor for like, you know, helping build like roads in like South Carolina. And sometimes they might send me to work on like a portion of the interstate that's in North Carolina, which means that you obviously have to like spend the night there. So it's kind of like that. So like we had a whole bunch of like Japanese, like just, you know, blue collar workers also stay at that capsule as well, probably because, you know, they had to work in that area but don't live there. So I think it might have been one of those people. Either that or it was a traveler, which would be very strange. But I think it was a Japanese person. But man, that was a strange sound to wake up to. Nah, don't worry. It'll be. I'm gonna enhance the audio and also put that into one of the vlogs as well.
Actually, you know what's even funnier is when you did that, if you got a copyright strike on that.
That would be. I don't think so. I don't think it would recognize like a sound like that as anything for copyrights. But yeah, man, that was something else.
Okay.
Of all the weird things to encounter in Japan.
Yeah, that.
Shoot.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this might be my first Kotobukiya kit, but I'm like after building Bandai and Model Comprehend, I gotta say I'm a little disappointed with the plastic Koto kits.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Looks like, I mean, there's swirlies. This is just a green thing of plastic. There's swirls in this.
Yeah, there's swirls all over my Armored Core thing.
I think
Right,
there's
so like
swirls
almost,
on the Rex too.
yeah, like I'm seeing like, I don't know if you can see this in here, but like there's just like freaking mold lines and like the freaking circles from like the inside tube things that they have in there, the fastening tubes. Like, look at that. It's freaking crazy. Let's,
Oh yeah, I
okay,
forgot about
well,
that.
this is not very good. Not very good. Dude, you know what? I'm gonna troll Chris. I'm just gonna pull him up on screen. We're just gonna watch the side of his head as he watches this movie. Oh god. We'll figure out how long it takes for him to notice. I mean, for all we know, he could be watching porn right now. If it sounds off. How do we know?
Oh, God. Please no.
Chris, this is not a Capitol Hotel. What are you doing? But, yeah. But Donovan, I really think you should just take a couple days off and just get out there, man. $800 round trip is not bad at all.
No, that's way, way, way better than.
That's hella cheap. But I mean, granted, it's probably a really budget airline, but I'm pretty sure you would endure a couple hours of, or maybe not a couple, but a few hours of torture just to get over there on the cheap, right?
Depending, I know some of those flights I was looking at were like 33 hours.
Ugh.
That's
Yeah.
bad.
I barely survived 9.
Mm. Dude, I barely survived 2.
God, I like when I flew to Alaska, my back was messed up for days after that from having to sit, but also like turn sideways so I could lean up against the wall.
The budget airlines, man. It's like, I mean, it's a 737, the one I was flying in. I mean, they're already small to begin with, but they're 3 seats on both sides. Crazy.
Oh God, some of the planes that I flew into Alaska, they were just 2.
2?
Yeah.
Like the small like Cessnas practically.
Like yeah, like a passenger airplane version of.
Crazy. Still looking at the side of Chris's head. This is great. I think Rusty should go ahead and like cap this and just make a meme out of this. Rusty's in the chat. I have a bottle of cognac from the 70s. Is it good to drink? It smells good, but it's also twice as old as I am. Says
Do it.
Rusty. Do it.
Go
Do it.
for
Do
it.
it.
It's probably not
Yeah.
bad.
Rick, yeah, of course. I mean, the reason they stick you in these small, tiny coffins is because they're trying to maximize the most amount of money they can make out of a small space. I mean, that's what first class is, right? I mean, you're paying 5, 6, 7 times the cost of a normal seat, so that they can recoup the cost of giving you that space. That's one thing I want to do before I die. Like, be able to take a first class flight somewhere, anywhere. I don't care if it's comped, if it's something that I pay for out of pocket. I just want to try it once.
It's got to be an international flight where you get those pods.
And you can sleep on them.
Yeah.
I've always wondered like how those people get those like cool jobs where like they're like kind of doing like that courier kind of work, and they get like really discounted prices on their flights to like around the globe or something. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Their jobs make them travel, so they collect the points, and then they just use those points to upgrade. Depends. Some workplaces make you surrender your points to the company.
That sucks.
Like for my job, whenever we book our hotels, we use IHG and we get the points for that, and you can redeem the points for like gift cards and stuff like that.
That's cool. Oh my god, this simple snap is not going to be very simple. I'm just having to sand off every single surface.
Like the Penelope all over again.
Yeah, I know. But at least it's not that big. Thank goodness. Holy shit. Spent like 5 days just sanding. Oh my god. I want to take a private jet just once. Yeah, private jets would be pretty cool. I mean, anything along those lines.
That's crazy.
Like a G6. Like a G6. They be popping bottles in the club like G6. Party's moving, yo. You guys don't know that song?
Nope.
I guess not.
That was a song?
Yeah. It's like a rap song. It's like a hip hop.
I'm too old for that.
That explains why I didn't know it.
I'm pretty sure if you heard it, you might have heard it somewhere.
God, when did that song come out?
It's been a while.
So I remember hearing it. I just don't remember when it came out.
Yeah, let's go get me a copyright strike.
Do it! Do it! That's music?
Yeah.
Like a G6, like a G6. Okay, that's enough of that.
Yes,
I'm not
indeed.
listening to rock. Like a G6. Oh, that song, I don't remember when it came out, though. Hold on.
Yeah, it was about 2 ounces.
No, Rick doesn't want to listen to K-pop. Why not?
Oh God, K-pop.
Don't you love Gangnam Style? That was a one-off. That song came out in 2010.
Wow.
2010. That song is 9 years old.
Time
Making me
flies.
feel old.
So fly like a G6. Gundam Style was the best remix. I didn't know there was a Gundam Style remix. I need to check that one out.
Was that like a
6 people and
when that came out?
a what?
Was that like a huge deal in Korea when it came out?
I don't. Which one? Gundam Style or like a G6?
Yeah.
Gundam Style?
Yeah.
Gangnam Style was like it was like a chart topper. Everybody was copying that shit, getting in trouble, like filming covers like at their workplace and stuff. So it was. I would say I think it was even more popular than what's that one? Call Me Maybe.
Oh wow.
That was another one where everybody was doing like the the parodies or the covers at their workplace as well. including that one with the, I think it was like Marines doing it too. I saw that one. Do I need to wear my mask? I think I should. I don't want to be breathing in freaking plastic dust. Ugh. Now you guys can hear me all muffled and stuff.
That sounds like the teacher from the Peanuts.
Charlie Brown. Yeah. We're still watching the side of Chris's head.
Yep.
It's gonna be funny if he goes to rewatch the stream later on at some point. And he's like, oh, this is just look at me.
Those bastards.
That's what you get for hanging out and not hanging out. All right, we're going back to Andy now. What is Andy doing? He's got some paint on some paper towels and stuff.
I'm detailing up my Converge new Gundam.
Mm. Did you get a fucked up head on that?
No?
Because, man, Zach's Converge figure, I was like, what the hell? Somebody royally screwed up the paint job on that one.
Yeah, it looked pretty bad.
And then he said he returned it, and he got another one that wasn't as bad.
No, he didn't return it. They just sent him another one.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So he gets two.
Wonder how easy it would be to strip one of those.
I don't know. I suppose you could just cover it up with white and repaint it or whatever. Ooh, now we're watching Don pour some gooey stuff.
This is that pink goo that was in the news years ago.
Mesmerizing.
I hope this is the last time I have to do this.
Jeff, what kit are you working on?
Sorry, I didn't get that. You got the mask on?
Yeah, sorta. What kit are you working on?
Still working on that resin kit.
Oh.
Someday.
Did you clean it and wash it and give it a bath and a nail what was it, nail job? What was it called? A manicure and a pedicure and all that other crap.
What? It was 6 months ago.
Yeah, Zach and I have been actually looking to find some cheaper ultrasonic cleaners.
Oh, I've got a monster cleaner. 6 liters.
Yeah. Stick your glasses in there, see all the weird, disgusting funk come out.
I've never actually put my glasses in.
You should try. Seriously, I've done it. It's kind of gross, but yeah, pretty gross. Like all the sweat and like the face oil and stuff trapped in between the frame and the lens. All of that stuff comes out. It's pretty gross, man. Y'all need to clean your glasses. John wears glasses. Chris wears glasses. Andy wears glasses. I wear glasses. Jeff, everybody wears glasses. Damn.
I think Brian's the only one that doesn't wear glasses that we know of.
Brian?
Yeah, Brian doesn't wear glasses, right?
Brian wears glasses?
Yeah, he does.
Shit, okay, never mind.
Paul doesn't wear glasses.
That might be what I'm thinking of.
Andy.
Freaking individual. I can't put my glasses in an ultrasonic. They're broken. And listen, I bought Someone who shall remain nameless, who's upstairs watching a movie right now, convinced me to get these somewhat funkadelic frames. And because I'm old, instead of getting bifocals, I got these progressive lenses that cost $900.
Ooh.
And instead of paying another $900 to fit into another set of frames, I'm wearing these fuckers till they fall apart. But they won't survive a trip through the ultrasonic.
$900. Jeez.
Oh yeah, when you get old, man, it starts to cost.
I'm happy with my $30 pair of glasses. Lenses and frames and all. It's so cheap here.
Well, I mean, if I wanted to wear bifocals, it would be cheap, but I don't want to do that.
Are glasses cheaper? I think glasses are cheap, relatively cheap in Canada as well, aren't they?
Oh hell no.
No?
No.
Oh. It was like, seriously, it was mind blown when I walked into a eyeglass store here. Eye exam was free. Frames were like they had a bargain bin of like $5 frames, and then the lenses were like $15, $20 depending on like the prescription. But yeah, you could get a full set done for like $30.
I don't think you can get a set of frames here for less than $150, $200.
What?
Yep.
That's crazy. I'm watching Donovan do something. I don't know what he's doing now. Is that
trying to get some of the bubbles out of the silicone before I pour it.
You need a vacuum chamber.
So how are you getting the bubbles out?
Harsh thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looked like he put it on his phone or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's an app for that.
Yeah, I made my phone vibrate and I just put the cup on it.
Okay. That's what I thought. Fucking genius. So smart.
Fucker. So my screen turns off. So what's your guys' eyeglass prescription, if you know off the top of your head?
Really bad.
I don't know how to answer that question.
Like it's usually like a number. Like for example, on both my eyes, I'm a negative 4.75.
I don't know the number.
I think my left eye is plus 1.2, and then my right eye is like plus 0.3 or something like that.
When you get into bifocal territory, there's not one number.
I just happen to have. Did my camera go off?
I think it did, Andy.
Yeah. I see our Barbatos.
I don't know why it's not working, but I'll just stay on. I'll just stay on with the voice. I just happen to have my eyeglasses prescription, not subscription. What am I saying? I just happen to have it right here. Left eye is negative 6.25. Right eye is 5.25 negative. And I have a bit of astigmatism.
I think that's really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, without my glasses, I can see barely 6 inches before it gets all blurry. Like,
I can't see anything. I'm both nearsighted and farsighted, or you know what I mean.
Yeah, about here. About here it starts to get blurry.
Real farsighted.
I'm no-sighted.
Oh God, the seam line. Oh, the seam line is freaking huge. Look at that nonsense. There we go. That is a gaping wide seam line. That's just the freaking arm. Look at that thing. It won't. That's me pushing it together as close as I can. I can't get it to close anymore. How am I gonna freaking fill this in? Jeez. I'm a little disappointed in Kotobukiya at this point.
They're too busy making mecha girls.
Yeah.
That they can't get a simple box figure to fit properly, you know?
Oh boy.
Oh God, it's so bad. Oh, damn it. Alright. Mess is getting annoying. Alright, this is gonna end up being a lot more work than I thought it would be. I thought it'd just be a simple snap and paint, but I gotta do freaking seam line removal on top of that. It's freaking nuts. Never catch a break, Alex. Never catch a break. And it's all your fault.
My apologies.
Double dipping jerk face. Of course you double dipped. That's what happened. Okay. Let's get that cement out. All right. Now we don't have video for Andy. And this is kind of. Oh, Chris is looking at us. Hi, Chris. Hi.
Sorry, I literally just finished that movie. Oh my god. It's freaking incredibly hilarious.
Chris, I really highly recommend you go back and watch what happened during in the replay, okay?
Oh really?
Yeah, there's some interesting things you need to catch up on.
Okay. All right, I'm working on the cat person, and I'm working on Bosk from a Star Wars game as well. So good times, good times. I was literally crying at the end of that movie because I was laughing so hard. It was freaking hilarious.
Breaker Uppers?
Yeah, the Breaker Uppers. It's on Netflix.
I canceled mine because I probably can't find it on my Netflix. Because, you know, region lock bullshit.
So was that Korean Netflix all just K-drama?
No, this actually, I've been seeing some ads for some Korean shows on there recently, but I haven't been able to check it out.
On Netflix now, and they're all like
Yeah, they got some like variety shows and some, I don't know. I know Sky Castle is a pretty famous and popular one. I haven't seen it, but because I don't do K-dramas, but
yeah, I'm here for this.
What is it?
The Incredibles 2. You're gonna be busy. Don't nobody care.
I like Incredibles 1 the most. 2 was meh.
2 was meh.
Meh.
2 was meh.
That's why I'm watching it on Netflix.
Netflix.
I waited too long.
Netflix.
It's like if that would have came out in 2005, 2006, everybody would have went ape shit over it.
Netflix.
Netflix.
Why are we hearing children this time? Isn't it as late as I feel like it is?
I don't know. It's fucking like.
Oh.
It's only like 9:30 on a Saturday, Cam.
Sorry, not everybody's old and as grouchy as I am.
Kim is funny. Kim doesn't look very old or grouchy, but she seems to think she is.
Oh no, she's older than she looks.
The fuck is that supposed to be?
Oh, somebody's in hot water tonight.
I think we might be
Somebody's
close.
sitting on the couch tonight.
I'm sorry, the bomb noise was probably the most appropriate thing I've ever heard.
What was that, Andy?
Oh, dude, so it picks up literally right after the first one. Okay.
I remember when that came out, I saw all kinds of posts on Facebook for people
So, like,
telling other
literally,
people to not
that's
bring their
supposed to be-
punk ass kids.
Hey, no, bitch!
We waited like 10 years for the freaking sequel.
Yeah. Everybody who saw it as kids are adults now.
Right.
So the guy that composed the score for this also composed the score for the Star Trek movies. Michael Giacomo, super Italian last name that I cannot pronounce.
Giancomo.
Giancomo.
Fuck.
Man, Jeff, you're really showing your age, man.
Why?
You should.
Because I heard it on a podcast?
I don't know. I don't know a single thing about Star Trek, to be honest.
Oh, I
Star
got
Trek is my jam.
Technology advancement, like, it's so good, like the hair.
I don't know a damn thing about Star Trek.
We can't be friends anymore, Alex.
It's okay. You burned that bridge a long time ago, Andy. It's fine.
Patootie head.
Your patootie head.
Right now.
So, I'm painting models and Kim's painting nails. Actually, you should get Birdie and paint her nails too.
She's asleep.
Okay. Just saying.
Nails and facials. I'm done.
Basically very basic.
What?
This is. I wonder what would happen if we were to like.
You want the nail clippers?
If we were to like all just like make like a funky like little convention and just like meet up in like Orlando, Florida. Or something.
If we did a convention in Orlando?
Just like where we just basically just do a meetup, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like to be honest, just imagining it, it's quite entertaining to just kind of think about like what kind of dynamic it would be.
I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Just stay off I-4.
I don't know what city would be like a direct flight, one stop for everybody. Like Chicago, probably.
Chicago? Yeah, I think it's quite in the middle.
It's a direct flight for me.
And O'Hare is quite an international airport as well.
That's like
I think Zach flies into Chicago as well when he goes home.
Well, he's in Illinois anyway.
Yeah. But I'm saying like there are direct flights to O'Hare from Korea. No transfers.
I think
Which is nice.
Oh my God. So I think one of the weirdest things, I mean, and I've seen some weird shit on the internet. So I think one of the things that kind of creeps me out the most is they're just like, Elastigirl's thick. And I'm like,
I can't hear Andy.
mom. She's a middle-aged mom. And that's the point. Like, I guess there are people that are all about that, but that's just fucking, this is what God sent the flood the first time, okay? Like,
Yeah.
y'all just need to go to church.
They wouldn't get it,
This
kid.
is a level of degeneracy that I can't even. Like I said, I mean, I'm not one to judge because I'm a degenerate. I've seen some weird shit.
Oh, okay. Andy, what were you saying?
I don't think I was saying anything.
Oh,
Was it Don? Okay, it was Don.
yeah, from let's see, to Orlando. I think that would be like a 3 or 4 hour ride for Paul because he's down towards Miami. That would be like a
Right.
7 hour drive for me.
Okay. Oh. Florida could be fun. I don't know. I wanna. Oh, it'd be really cool. Cause just meeting up with Oliver, kind of solidified in my head. Like, it's gonna be pretty freaking awesome to hang out with people. Cause we got into some shenanigans, and it was fun.
DoofCon 2020.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know about calling it DoofCon, but
Actually, that
the
would be
funny thing
kinda
about
cool.
that screen name, like Alex the Doof, that was my first ever AOL Instant Messenger screen name. Well, it was the only one, actually. Because that's what everybody used back then. And I remember my dad was like, "Yeah, you should make something really interesting." And he was like, "Yeah, you should make your screen name. It should be KMLX. So it'll be like Kim Alex." KML. I was like, "No, that's lame." I came up with Alex the Doof. And I just I don't know. I never bothered changing it to anything else. It's my email. It's pretty much my ID for most other things.
It's the same way with me.
Tiberium?
Yeah.
Oh, my genius. One AirPod is dead, so we'll just switch to the other one.
I think I fucked up.
You what? You messed up?
I think I fucked up.
How so?
I think I added too much part B.
Should just set up quicker unless you add a really big amount of it. Whoa.
Rusty says, DoofCon would be my only excuse for visiting Florida. No offense, Floridians.
Yeah, dude. Florida is Australia's beta test.
Australia's beta test? Why? What's wrong with Florida? I've been many times. I quite liked it there. It's beautiful weather, nice people for the most part.
All the time.
Plenty of old people to hang out with.
No. In Florida we had a saying that was, if it's too loud, you're too old.
If it's too loud, you're too old.
I'm too old.
Jeff, you're not that old.
I went to Jacksonville once for a job interview. That's my Florida experience. Oh, I went to a conference in Orlando once too.
Actually, my dad lives in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville was okay. Just the company was stupid. So
Depending on what side of Jacksonville you're on. Some parts of Jacksonville can be very not good.
yeah, well, we were only there for a couple days. Then we buggered off to Orlando too.
So Orlando would be. Go ahead.
I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, it sounded like Alex said something.
No, I was just making noises.
Oh.
Well, that's what happens when I flap my mouth. Just noises come out.
Little flapper.
Oh, flapper.
Orlando would be kind of cool because USA Gundam's in Daytona now, and Daytona's not too far away from Orlando.
Mm.
That would be interesting.
It's Florida. fuck it.
Actually, USA Gundam is located pretty much right behind Daytona Speedway. Now,
We could go peacock bass fishing. That'd be fun.
Peacock bass fishing? What is that?
Do a Google search for a peacock bass. They're typically from the Amazon, but they're in Florida. They're in Miami, and I think all the way up. I can't remember where all the way up to, but they're like stupid aggressive and really awesome looking. They're beautiful. I use them for color reference all the time.
Color reference. Damn. Interesting. How long have we been streaming?
Long enough.
Like, seriously. I don't know. I can't tell. But I've gotten literally two legs and like a groin part done on this extremely simple. I mean, that's it. This is a 1 page of a manual. That's it. But I'm sanding so much that it's like taking me forever. It's like building a freaking master grade at this point. Oh my god!
What are you building, Alex?
The Kotobukiya dam board.
Okay.
But there's so
How
much
are
sanding to
those
do.
kit? I haven't touched anything outside of like their weapon kits.
Well, look at the plastic. Here, hold on. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Look at the
That's like a
swirlies.
frowny face. All the swirlies.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the freaking plastic on this, man.
Oh God, the imperfections.
It's bad.
Ugh.
hope you like your models like you like your ice cream with swirls in it.
Pretty much. So yeah, what should have been a really simple just build and paint and snap is turning into something much more than that.
Detroit.
But,
It's turning into a GBWC entry.
yeah.
6 months.
This is for Zach's contest, which I'm not even technically entered in because I told him to leave
Just like dad
leave
doesn't
me
know
out
how
of
to.
it.
Dad don't know how to dad.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like that trope's kind of old, but it also does kind of expose how uneven family care is, where it's like, okay, women, they're not at home anymore, they're working, so it's like, come home, cook, take
I
care
like
of
the way
kids.
Kim thinks. She watches movies like I do.
What?
He's saying, I like the way Kim thinks. She watches movies like I do.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, it's an old trope, but I feel like that should force us to say, hey, yeah, that is kind of bullshit. But it also feeds back into that whole, like, women just want to be mothers and have kids, and they're fulfilled. And I'm like, that's why women were taking Valium and drinking vodka and shit in the 50s and 60s. Like, nobody was happy. So why are they playing with this? Like, let men stay at home and take care of the fucking kids. Like,
Shit, if we were gonna have kids, I'd do
no,
it.
if we were gonna have kids, we would have to do the whole like French ancient regime thing where I have like a wet nurse and a nanny, and I spend like 2 hours maximum a day with my own children. Because fuck those little assholes.
She's gonna have a governess too.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
And people are just like, oh, they love being mothers because they were only with their kids for like 2 hours a day. That's why.
Yeah.
Well, anytime the baby's like screaming, they're like, here, take this.
All right. Do you want anything like fried rice or?
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
Okay. Do you want me to like get a big ass thing of fried rice and share?
Where are you ordering from?
The cheapest place right now. Getting authentic Chinese.
Oh, is that the place that's like next to Shipley's?
No, it's not the next place that is next to Shipley's.
That place is gross. at a gas station.
I don't know about you guys, but this is really interesting
Just like
to
a gas
listen
station
to.
with fried chicken. Well,
Okay, we're getting egg rolls.
seriously, where are you ordering from? What's
Peking
Where is
authentic
that?
Chinese.
That is the place that's across the fucking street. No, it's not. Yes, it is. That's totally the place that's across the street. I'll fucking look it up.
Oh shit, it is.
What did I just say? What did I just say?
No wonder that it has the cheapest delivery.
Oh my god, this is hilarious. You guys should be a damn sitcom. Holy shit.
This is every day. Like, seriously. We're not, like, playing anything up right now. Like, this is how we do things. Okay, I'll do a different place. Jen is Asian kitchen. It's mediocre. Okay, hold on. King Noodle?
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Somebody go help Alex.
I don't think the mask is helping either.
It's gonna need CPR.
Oh god.
I think that is too pro.
Like, I'm laughing, but at the same time, I'm really sad because those are all foods that I haven't been able to eat in forever.
What now?
It's a little sad too.
Like American Chinese food.
Like egg rolls,
No, it's not.
fried
It's actually
rice, lo mein.
I know it is, but I'm just saying, like, if you have the chance to have something authentic. Oh my god, I want.
I'm just gonna make a face.
I want fried gator.
I'd rather eat American Chinese food than authentic Chinese food. Because authentic I can get here.
Because at least you've tried both ways.
Mm-hmm.
I want all it. I thought I was rewinding it.
You are rewinding it.
Because I missed like something that wasn't. Oh my god.
Hope I don't have to read it again.
Seriously, I think you could live stream Chris's house and people would just subscribe and watch just because it's
Dude,
hilarious.
seriously, we thought about doing video, like us watching movies and live streaming at the same time because it gets so stupid at what we do. It is so funny.
Sometimes I try to watch it just,
Yeah, we do.
and then sometimes I'm just like, oh damn.
He did.
He did.
He did. I say
That's
He
it.
did.
Yeah, you know what? Don't worry about it.
Okay, so you got me all like blue balled about fucking egg rolls at this point.
That's between you and your ball. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Order some egg rolls and duck sauce. Come on, let me live vicariously through you.
Because we're constantly building up on that.
Okay. I understand that, but we can get some egg rolls,
Egg rolls.
fried rice, and have it delivered for $7.
Look at this. Look at this nonsense.
Yeah, but
Look
it's
at
gonna be
this
like
nonsense.
egg rolls.
No, it's not. It's King Noodle. They're good.
No,
It's
I didn't
not.
know that.
I've had them before. They're on my
That's
favorites
gonna be-
list for a reason.
Your taste is shit.
Oh yeah.
Your taste is shit.
Because it is.
I can't breathe. Oh my god.
Don't kill Alex on us, okay? All right, but seriously, like,
Oh my god. And I want a golden toilet, but it's not going to happen right now.
okay.
So just chill out. It's too late to be eating that crap anyway. Wouldn't you just eat it the rest of what you keep?
Okay, taquitos.
Oh my god.
And then
Oh
like,
god, you guys are hilarious. Oh my
I can no, we
god.
can get the taquitos, and we can get like the good freezer egg rolls
Relationship
that you
goals,
put in the
man.
oven that aren't trash.
Some kind of food they would have Fair enough.
Really?
I'd your cat. Figure more down.
All right, I'm taking off, guys.
Is it because
All right,
of-
Hi, Andy.
It's not
Hi, Andy.
Later,
Have a good
dudes.
night, Andy, man.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that while you're out on leave, it's
And
gonna
another one. Bites the dust.
you like crappy
Oh,
food.
God.
Yes, the food will
Yes.
So what I was saying is that while you're out, you really need to make a to cook so you can eat well. You know I'm right.
Both printers.
Listen to your wife, Chris. She knows best.
He doesn't.
Cannot stress the quality.
You're like,
He
listen
knows
to your
best.
wife, and I'm like, he doesn't. I just sound like the teacher from fucking Charlie Brown. Bring me a nail polish.
Now I can actually do actual work.
All right, hold on. I wanna prove a point here. Look, I just freaking started sanding this, and you can see from the freaking sanding dust where all the freaking imperfections are. It's freaking ridiculous. Focus! Focus, damn it! But man, like let's freaking look at that. Like all the swirls and the circles and stuff is ridiculous. Freaking focus! There you go. Okay. Well, it's ridiculous, man.
This part I have.
Well, autofocus is shit on this. Jeff, you doing okay there?
Yeah. I got the hair dryer going on.
There's my box of
Hair
parts.
dryer. Resin. Do you use a hair dryer to also like manipulate resin kits as well? I've never built a resin kit.
From my
Say
experience,
that again?
Do you use a hair dryer or like heat to also try to like kind of manipulate resin kits and parts?
there's my fucking caliper.
Boiling water for that.
Boiling water? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like almost like a Pee Wee League mouth guard-ish deal.
I guess. This is the first resin kit I've done, so me not expert.
Me not expert. Come on, you're not a caveman.
I was gonna say when I did the version I have of that kit, there were some parts that was warped, and boiling water is what I used to get the parts back into shape.
I didn't have to do that a whole lot with this kit. It was in pretty good shape.
Which is good. I think the one I had was like a 3rd or a 4th generation cast.
Oh yeah.
So it's like a cast of a cast of a cast of a cast.
Yeah.
Almost.
For real.
That must be details must have been real shit.
Like the details were there, but you can like my kit has a couple of different parts where I guess they had to rework the parts because for one reason or another. And the panel lines were super, super deep.
Oh, the panel lines on this one are pretty deep. I mean, I probably could get away with not putting any lining in them. They're that deep.
Nice.
You know, like I painted the whole thing in that Tamiya rubber black lacquer, and then when I sprayed the lighter coats on, most of that didn't go into the lines, right?
I've got wire somewhere. Where's it at?
I wonder if Chris ended up ordering some of that Chinese food. Chris, I muted you for a second, but we can't hear you now.
It's all good, man. We got
Did you
taquitos
order
and stuff.
taquitos?
Yeah, dude.
Man,
Taquitos are
I
amazing.
was looking forward to some egg roll action.
Oh god.
It's like a $16 delivery fee.
What?
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's stupid.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to mute myself again while I smack.
Smack? Smack what? What
I
is
think
smacking? What is smacking?
Chewing.
Chewing? Oh. Smack.
Hey, Alex, my kid's birthday was on Thursday, and we ordered $200 worth of Chinese food for his dinner.
What?
Oh, yeah, it was a feast.
I would love to eat some Chinese food, man. I don't care if it's Panda Express, man. That's like, seriously, I want Chinese food. Like, I have access to like lots of Korean food, and people are like, "Oh, you're so lucky you get like real good Korean food." I'm like, "Yeah, but you gotta eat that shit every day. I want some stuff from home." Beef lo mein, soy sauce, General Tso's chicken with some pork fried rice, with some hot oil on the side. 2 egg rolls, dude. I could probably eat a good like $50 worth of Chinese food in one sitting. Seriously. Like, I mean, you think 30 plates of sushi is enough? No. I would demolish some Chinese food. Oh man.
Even more so that you haven't had it in so long.
Yeah. I was actually trying to find some in Japan, but I think if I would have to go closer to like one of the bases to get some American style Chinese food. Man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just I might call it a stream after I finish snapping this kid. So that might be a little bit, but still.
Well, you don't want to go to 4 a.m. like last time?
No. It's a beautiful day out, so I kind of want to. I think I want to take the bike out again and go riding. Okay, got little script flips here. I gotta do.
All right. Hopefully this will fix it the last time.
So why are you recasting these parts?
So I wanted to put LEDs in it, but the I don't have the parts to show you right now. I wanted to put LEDs in it, but in order for me to do that with the parts that were there, it would have been like nearly impossible because I either would have had to have like put the lights inside of the cockpit, but if I did that, I wouldn't be able to open the cockpit. So I figured if I just cast the parts in clear resin, I can paint the parts or whatever, but just leave the parts that I want the light to shine through, just leave those not painted. And when I put the LEDs in, the light will just shine through the clear resin.
Ah, freaking genius! Freaking genius, man.
That was a really
good way to work around that.
Explanation. God.
Plus, you get to do all this cool learning how to cast stuff.
Great, that flew off somewhere. What's she doing, sucker? Flew off to God knows fucking where. Savage, keep hold of your shit. Finish transferring all your paint. I did. I'll go take a picture. What? There we go.
I was actually going to go to Seoul today because somebody who follows my channel on Instagram, he was like asking me about places to go in Seoul, and I was like, well, I could go pick up some paints and stuff for myself. Kind of show you around if you need it, but yeah, it turns out he's going to be in Busan for a little while before it gets up to Seoul, so my schedule's going to work out. Yeah, and he's seen like all these other people like build urethane painted kits, And he's like, "Hey, can you tell me where I can get this stuff?" I'm like, "You do know that stuff is hella toxic, right?" And he's like, "No." I was like, "Do you know how to paint urethane?" No. I also asked him if he painted lacquers, and he also said no. So I was like, "You're gonna have a really hard time trying to start up your first try at painting a kit with the urethane. Not only is it hella toxic, but it's also a pain in the ass to do." But I don't know. Jeff, have you painted anything with urethane?
I'm not sure what you mean by urethane.
Like polyurethane paint?
No.
You know the paint that a lot of people use for those like really shiny gloss builds? Like
Oh,
with,
you
like,
mean like the
mirror
two-part
finish?
stuff?
Yeah, that stuff with the hardener
Yeah, I
and all
did
that.
I did my Grimgird with a two-part clear.
Mm.
It wasn't too bad. You just got to make sure you clean the brush right after.
Right.
Otherwise,
That's it'll just harden in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like this guy had never painted a lacquer with lacquer. Like he was trying to get into urethane, and I was like,
You got to be careful with that stuff though, because some of the clears, like some modelers, like will go to the auto supply store and get some of the stuff they use on cars, and that's like hella toxic.
Right.
Like so the people who spray it in the car booths are wearing like basically like they have air supplies. It's basically a space suit.
Exactly. I mean, if you don't have adequate ventilation, that stuff's gonna seep out, and you're done. You take off your mask, and you don't realize that it didn't vent out all the way, and that's cancer right there, man.
Cyanides and stuff in it.
Right.
That's like I've heard stories about people doing resin kits and not wearing masks, and then passing out later because their lungs are filled with resin dust.
Oh. I mean, something even as
The
simple
only
as
sanding I did on this was
fiberglass
wet
is
sanding.
Yeah, I needed a wet sand, but it's so cold in here. I should be wet sanding myself. Oh.
I think I did some wet sanding on that War Greymon kit that I have. Fuck, where is that? Oh, there it is. Okay.
War Greymon. It's a gorgeous day out. Yeah, I'm at stream for another hour, and then I'm taking the bike out.
What's up, Jimmy?
Scroll.
Plus, I haven't eaten yet. I'm hungry. Damn it. All the Chinese
Hey,
food.
Don, what is the story with the Titans decals on your laptop there?
Oh, like story as in where it came from.
Yeah. I haven't been on the Discord much, right? Because I've been working like a freaking maniac this month.
We what was it on Black Friday? We went out. We bought a cricket.
Oh,
So yeah, we just
my wife
cut
has
out
one of those.
all the different parts.
Cricket? What's a cricket?
But I think it's about
It's a
6
cutter.
inches square.
A what?
Yeah.
A cricket. It's a vinyl cutter.
A vinyl cutter. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And my wife has one. It's still in the box.
So you just what, printed something out and then cut it?
It's like a printer with a knife.
Yeah. So we grabbed the image. I forgot where we got it from. We had to touch it up, and then we you have to, if you want to do like a multi-layer one like that, you have to separate the layers, or you have to separate the colors into different layers, and it cuts out the layers, and then you just essentially stack all the layers on top of each other.
Yeah, I saw they were multiple parts for the different colors. Pretty freaking awesome way to like line everything up and stuff like that. Man, I should get a Cricut. It'd be cool. Stickers. Stickers, that's a pretty cool business. Sell some like Gundam related stickers on like Etsy.
It's not a bad idea.
Although I don't know, man. Simon, he got his like whole Etsy thing and store envy taken down.
Really? Why?
Because his tag, his username is Gundam UK, and it's copyright.
Oh,
That's stupid.
Yeah, crazy.
just change the name to Goopla.
Gupla, Gupla. Let's take guesses on where Paul and Bro Builder are. It's what time is it there now? It's about 11. So either he's like just like wrapping up and just relaxing at home, or he's still out. What do y'all think?
Maybe he's
What do you think
lurking
the
and
bro
watching
is?
the stream.
Oh, that's possible.
They could have gone out, if it was a buddy he hasn't seen in a while, they could have gone out for dinner or something.
No. Look at the surface tension on the sanding stick. It's so cool. It won't freaking like it just like kind of like sits there. It's so cool. Yeah, I'm just trying to freaking wet sand and oh, that reminds me. I have all this like new sandpaper I bought from summertime in Japan.
Ow.
Yeah, but seriously, like if I don't know, if I plan another trip to Japan and like have the chance to like hang out with one of y'all, like or like one of y'all just happen to be like making plans to head out to Japan, like I will be more than happy to oblige and meeting up with y'all if you ever come this side of the planet.
Someday.
I would have to say my experience with hanging out with Oliver was so awesome that I would love to hang out with some of y'all.
That would be
IRL.
great. IRL.
Jeff, where do you
What's that, the
stand on like?
International Racing League? What's that?
I was going to ask you like where do you stand on like as a parent and like your kids and their use of social media?
They don't.
They don't.
They're not
Okay.
interested in it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the younger guy, well, I guess Discord is like social media for him.
hmm So he's on there
He's on
for
a bunch of
gaming and stuff?
Discords with the people he plays games with.
Right.
But
Okay.
they're not on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, any of that stuff.
That's cool.
They're just not interested in it, which does not bode well for them.
Why? Because everybody else is?
If the Utes aren't joining up, where's the growth?
That's
Right.
true.
I mean, they got 1 billion whatever members now on Facebook.
Right.
I'm sure that if they're not getting the Utes in, then their numbers will every year get smaller.
Well, I mean, but Facebook has been pretty stagnant. They've been, like every time, I think it's so funny. Every time Facebook makes like a stupid update on their like format without telling anybody, and then like they've been basically just kind of tight-lipped about like all the people complaining about like, okay, first of all, you guys change stuff on us, like in terms of UI or the format of your social media platform without telling us, and then eventually it goes away, and then you change it again, and you change it again. It's like Facebook basically just does what it wants to without listening to its users.
They
And
listen
so
to the people that matter. The people who are paying for
the
the ads are the
advertisers.
only thing that matter,
All right. So
right?
like, I mean, it's becoming more and more blatantly obvious that they really don't care about their users, to be honest. And so I don't know, like, given what I've been seeing in the news of like how they're dealing with privacy as well as like you see that whole thing about like them paying people to like sign up for like basically apps that kind of monitor their family members or
Yep.
users' family members. Like you see shit like that, and I'm like, look, you're making me have less and less faith in your company and want to not use your platform anymore. Because like at this point, it's like not even that many people are on Facebook. I mean, I'm on a couple of groups, but I haven't been exactly talking or connecting with anybody via Facebook much. And even the most chatting or like communication I have been doing is through the Messenger app. So what's to keep me from just deleting my Facebook account and just using your Messenger app, which doesn't need a Facebook account anyway?
Messenger requires an account.
No, I think
You're thinking WhatsApp.
No, Facebook Messenger. But just the Messenger, I think you can just use like a phone number, I think. But
I mean, I mostly post
Okay,
dog stuff on Facebook anyway.
Discord is my only social media. Us young folk are not into the privacy issues or ego flaunting of the user base. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Rusty. Right there with you. Well, I don't even know why you're not on here, Rusty. Why are you not in here? You can hop on if you'd like. But, oh. Tiberium, you get yourself a nice lady yet?
No.
No?
Get yourself a nasty lady.
A nasty lady. A nasty one. You know the kind of nasty we're talking about. One that appreciates snub removals.
One that parks in the back and laughs about it.
One that's what?
Okay. No, that's gone downhill pretty quick.
What did he say? What did he say? Oh, I didn't hear what he said. Chris, say it again.
Oh, you're still muted.
I unmuted myself. I was saying one that farts in the bathtub and laughs about it hysterically.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah,
A nasty one. You need a nasty one. But I reckon, Don, you're a pretty good looking dude, man. I don't know why you haven't gotten yourself a nice lady to settle down with. You wanna move to South Korea, and I'll introduce you to maybe somebody I've worked with in the past or something like that, huh? I'm pretty sure. Jeff's a ladies man. He'll be your wingman.
Sorry, I had the hairdryer on. What are you saying, Alex?
I said Jeff's a ladies man. He'll be your wingman.
Oh, I'm a horrible wingman.
No, go ahead. Have 3 more beers. It'll work out.
Well, I hope you find some nice lady to build Sailor Moon Gundams with you. Sailor Moon. Rick, you too. I hope you find a nice young lady to hang out with and stuff, so you can build Sailor Moon Gundams with as well. And use the umbrella effect parts.
What?
Umbrella effect parts. It's from one of my older videos where we were at the Gundam base, and there was I think it was like an Ultraman kicking, and then there was like an effect part that was kind of clear, and it was to simulate like the air moving around his like really really fast moving foot. She was like, "Why is there an umbrella on his leg?"
My good friends, how are you this evening?
Hello.
Oh, look,
Who decided to show up?
The bro.
I worked all afternoon and ate a gigantic burrito and took an impromptu nap.
So that's what
Shit, none of us were right then, Alex.
None of us was right. Yeah. We were like, oh yeah, he's probably building the cabinets or something and like going out to dinner. Or he finished that and he got home and he's just like relaxing, watching a movie, just chilling or something.
I don't know. I thought I said burrito coma. Or maybe I just thought that.
I definitely was in a burrito coma.
I mean, same thing, right?
Dude, you missed some pretty. I don't know. This stream has been really strange today. It's had some funky ups and downs. It's really weird dynamic today.
That's life.
For one, it was like really uneasily, like, well, not uneasily. What's the word? Uncomfortably quiet, and just quiet. And then on top of that,
then it wasn't.
Then it wasn't. Then it was nice and loud with an impromptu argument between Chris and his wonderful wife Kim, trying to decide on what kind of Chinese food they want to order.
I mean, that's the greatest thing is we didn't order shit.
So we listened to this like 10-minute argument, like, and she literally just like, your taste sucks. She's like, this place tastes good. No, your taste sucks. And they ended up just like not ordering anything.
No, I think I'm good. I actually thought about it earlier, but their Tiff Treats cookies make me so hard.
It was funny. I couldn't breathe. It was quite entertaining.
Else, I might have another cup of tea.
Okay. You want me to put the kettle on?
Sure.
Put the kettle on.
But put it on low if you don't mind.
I'll put it on.
But seriously, bro, Brian,
Yes.
Chris and his wife can be like, they can be their own sitcom. That's what we established. They're just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So
I
fun.
remember the last multi-stream that you did.
This stream can get
We're unmuted.
pretty interesting.
So I wrecked my knee a few years back. And
Doing something stupid.
Yes, doing something stupid.
Hey, you told them a bathtub fart story? I need to talk about how fucking stupid you are.
Damn.
So,
You can't not tell us.
Someone's in some hot water
I
tonight.
was doing something stupid. I was running with my dog and jumping up a brick wall. And I hyperextended my knee, and it's never been the same since, of course, because once you hyperextend your knee, it's pretty much fucked. I wrecked it recently, literally just standing up the other day, and it hasn't gone back to normal. In fact, it stopped hurting, but it doesn't move right anymore. So I'm going to get it looked at, get an MRI and all that kind of shit. So we're taking a little break from work to get that taken care of because I can't really walk much. It's good times. It's good times.
Oh. Is that why you're getting delivery? You can't get out?
No.
That's just because we're lazy.
Wow.
I just get into like cooking, but you know what? Actually, come to think about it, if I'm gonna do the potato thing tomorrow, I should take those pork chops out to thaw.
Mhm.
Do you want me to take anything out to thaw?
We're chicken strip.
Okay.
And
I'm
I'll
just
make the,
listening. It's so fun.
Yeah, and then that way, that just leaves you with the one meal to make during the week, and that should be easier on you.
The Brian tells me about your day. What the hell? What the hell happened? What happened? What was that? What's going on?
I think that she's just stretching.
Oh, okay. So Brian, what was up with you, man? You just chilling,
What?
feeling like a villain. How's your day, man?
Oh, spent the whole morning working on the Kodo custom.
Fuck.
Did base layer. I posted that in the Discord. I did a base layer on the. It's a light going here. On all the parts, and then I went through and I did my layer of my chipping fluid, aka Tresemme mucho. And yeah, I did my little chipping layer, and now I'm gonna lay down some color.
Cool. Cool. I've actually not done any chipping before.
pause this? It's really pretty.
They're so funny.
No, like seriously, like they're jumping around from helicopters and shit.
And that's the problem. Is
It's
that
so pretty.
it's pretty, but did this movie have to be made? And God damn it, I just get so tired of having that constantly ask that question. Like, okay, it's pretty. Wow, look what we can do with computers now. But am I actually gaining something from this movie experience, or is it just the same as eating a bag of Doritos, where I'm just like, yeah, I guess that I'm not as hungry, but I just ate a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
That's
You know
a
what's
really,
fantastic?
really interesting analogy.
I said, do you know
Is this
what?
movie like eating a bag of Doritos? I just ate it, but it was a whole bunch of crap. Like that's a really interesting analogy
like
to a
you
movie.
ate Doritos and you ate something, but it wasn't anything of substance.
Yeah.
So you're kind of
Right.
like, okay, that happened. I
So,
mean,
like,
it's not
okay,
like
I
a
just-
Marvel movie where I'm just like, hey, you know what isn't CGI? Chris Evans' ass. That's just a
Oh my god!
I'm not.
That's
Hey,
what computers can't
hey,
do.
no homo. That guy, man. That guy has a nice ass.
I'm like, oh my
it is
god, look at
impressive.
this guys. How many squats do you do? Can you squat while holding me? Is that a thing?
Wow.
I just want you to pick me up and just be like, look how light you are.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh.
That would like make my day. No. I would like to take, like, if he's ever at another Comic Con, I'd be like, hey, have you ever seen Predator? You know that scene where he's just like, oh, son of a bitch. And they do like that whole bicep thing? I want to take a picture like that with Chris Evans.
Okay.
That would be amazing.
So get this: we were at Dragon Con a few years back.
Oh, God.
I was in my Scout Trooper armor when I was joining the 501st, and Kim was dressed as Cammy from Street Fighter. So first off, if you Google Black Cammy, like from Street Fighter, Kim is one of the top results. No fucking
Wow.
It is actually impressive. She showed up on Playboy's website because of it. It's fucking ridiculous. She looks amazing.
So many squats, y'all.
She wrecked herself getting ready for it. Fucking, who was it?
It's Carl Urban.
Carl Urban. We were getting his autograph or something like that.
Because I'm like, I remember when you were on Xena and nobody would talk to you about that.
Yeah, he like laughed about that, and then he was like, well, it was nice meeting you. And then she like turned away and walked, and he was like, it's really nice meeting you.
Oh my God.
And I was like, Cammy outfit, yo. Cammy outfit. Because it's just a thong back, and it was just, oh God. Then the voice of Cammy from the animated series for Street Fighter was like, Cammy butt! Just screeched at Kim, and it was just the funniest thing ever.
It was really awkward. I don't think I had enough to drink to deal with that.
Yeah. I had pockets full of booze
It's the only way I
entire
made it
week.
through
It was
Dragon
so
Con.
great.
Yeah.
So the
Pockets
Scout
full of
Trooper armor has
booze?
pouches on the front of it, and what I would do is I had 3 flasks of different booze, and I would get those, those instant ice cold packs you put on like an injury that you pop open and it like has a chemical that mixes that gets cold.
Right.
I used those to keep them cold, and it also helped keep me cool because that armor is fucking hot.
Genius.
It was genius, like genius. But yeah, holy crap! It was probably some of the funniest interactions I've had with celebrities ever because of her butt hanging out. It was great.
Should we just,
What?
those are like
My
days
first
of
time
acid.
ever using a
No, your ass.
CMC
No, those are
tampering
days of
tool,
acid. It does not look like that anymore.
but man, I can see why they're so expensive. Because it's not just like my homemade chamfering tool. I just kind of just cut out even like chunk out of it. But it's actually like angled, so it's kind of like a knife. So like,
It feels like it's making my hair softer, and I don't have.
yeah, so it's like a cutout, but it's also angled and sharpened that way. So I'm kind of understanding why it's $38 because the craftsmanship is crazy.
What is that, a BMC?
Yeah, the Suji Burrito chamfering tool.
I mean, I can see that it has like a beveled edge and like a blade as well. It looks like even.
Yeah, it's like a blade. Yeah, it's pretty epic. You can barely tell because its camouflage really sucks, but very interesting. I had no idea it was that like precise like that. Kind of makes me kind of like not think my chamfering tools that I homemade were that great anymore.
Hey man, sometimes the best ones are homemade. Oh god. All right, I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna watch this movie a little bit more and eat some ice cream.
Ice cream, taquitos, no egg rolls. Come on, man. I haven't even had breakfast yet.
It's Baskin Robbins.
Baskin Robbins too. Damn.
Oh yeah.
That stuff is expensive here.
Really? This is like we got 2 of these for like $7.
Yo, a gallon of Baskin Robbins here is something like $30.
Good
fucking god.
Yeah, it's like $30. No joke. Well, then again, Pizza Hut and Domino's are also $30 pizzas as well. So, yeah.
That's highway robbery.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Haagen-Dazs! Oh my god, it's like $10 for like those little shorties, for the small, yeah, like 200 milliliters or something. Like they're super expensive.
Haagen-Dazs is worth it though.
I don't know. I'm
it's no like.
too rich for my blood.
That's not the ice cream I've ever had in my life.
The mellow mushroom was like $50 a pizza.
I think the best ice cream I've ever had was at Emerald's restaurant in Orlando. Emerald Lagasse's restaurant. That's probably the best ice cream.
The best we've had was Kapiti, which was out of New Zealand.
It's only in New Zealand and Australia.
We've only seen it in New Zealand, and apparently it's in Australia as well.
I went to their website because they were so good, and I was trying to figure out if I could find it here and like maybe go to a Specs or whatever. Nope, only New Zealand and Australia.
Womp womp.
I guess it's giant.
It sucks.
All right, I'm gonna mute myself and watch a movie. But if you guys need anything, just like yell at me or something.
What is that? What is that sound? What do I hear? Oh, that might be Jeff's hairdryer.
Oh yeah, probably.
Why is Bro muted now? I don't know why Brian's muted himself. Hi, Brian. What you doing?
I muted myself because my dog is drinking water for 5 minutes.
It's okay.
Oh,
Your dog's fine.
Drake is a good boy.
think he just quit. Yeah, he just finished.
Your dog's a big boy.
Yeah.
I can understand him needing the drink.
Well, you can come back. He has this
Oh,
thing where he's scared. He's scared to walk between the two rugs here in the room because he tripped once, ever so slightly, and he's never forgotten it.
What?
So he gets really, really intimidated to walk over 2 inches of bare wood floor between two rugs. It's really bizarre. I have to like goad him over.
Oh, my dog started this thing that, like, if you tell him no for something, his way of spiting you was going and drinking his entire bowl so that you have to take him out in 15 minutes.
To pee? That's really funny.
And he's also started the thing where, like, if my older brother's laying on the smaller couch, he will jump up on the smaller couch and stand on the top of the smaller couch because he thinks it's funny.
Oh, dude, if you guys are into, like, oh, what's that anime? You guys know that anime with Elfin Lied?
I've heard of it.
It's like a Japanese anime manga deal with like this like girl who is basically like bred to be this basically like weapon, and she's got these like invisible hands that come out of her like her back or something. It's super gory. You guys ever hear that one? Elfin Lied.
I don't remember that.
Elfin Lee.
At one time.
Yeah, Elfin League's no fucking joke.
Yeah, it's like super gory and stuff. Like there's apparently like I watched this movie yesterday because I was at a friend's house because they had just gotten a Vive and I was like, ooh, I want to play. But yeah, it's a Korean movie that was produced in part by Warner Brothers, which is like a first. I've never seen that before. But yeah, like the premise of it is like there's this like corporation that was basically breeding and taking these children and turning them into weapons.
You know what else? Who else does that?
I don't know what Tim said, but anyway. But yeah, I think the movie's called Witch. It's a Korean movie, but I swear it's hella good. Like I don't watch Korean movies ever, but this one was pretty good. I'll find it. What's the name in English? Check it.
Is my video feed coming through? I'm not seeing it when I'm like making noise. I only see you guys.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, cool.
I can see you.
Okay.
I want to find this.
Yeah, stickers on your map.
Dong, man. He's been having like Maxim models come on his channel and stuff. Like built Gunpla and like live streams with them and stuff. It's getting crazy.
Who's this?
Dong. Gunpla. Yeah.
Don't know who that is.
I usually go really long periods of time without watching his videos, and then I'll just like catch up on a bunch of them.
Why can I not find this?
So, how do I want to do this?
Manyo. Okay. Yeah, I will share the IMDb on the Discord. But this is a pretty good movie, I'm not gonna lie.
This guy looks like a caricature of Frank Sinatra when he was young. They used to make fun of him in the Looney Tunes cartoons about how he was like that one. That he's like 3 steps away from just being an iron lung. He does. That's what the fuck this guy looks like.
Yeah, I'm mute myself.
Brian, what's that base made of? It looks like granite from up here.
What?
Is that
This?
a base? Is that
No.
your sponge thing for your alligator clips?
Just foam. Yeah, this is just foam, bud. I have a lot of that
Oh.
stuff. Yeah, this is just the black one.
Oh,
It's like an
I was like,
it's like a
that looks like a
smaller-
really nice granite
I guess
base.
this one that's just full of skewers. Yeah, it could be, but no, it's just a poly. What is it? Some sort of poly foam. And it's not polystyrene. It's not
Polyethylene, I think?
Polypropylene.
Oh.
I think it's polypropylene,
Okay.
but all the same. Poly chemical word.
Poly something.
Polly want a cracker?
Mhm.
Yes.
Don, please don't lose
This
any of
is in
these
the
to the
way.
carpet monster. Those pieces look awful small. I'm super worried Don's gonna lose one of those small pieces to the carpet monster.
Oh yeah, that's a
Some
lot of
small
things.
pieces. It's a lot of small pieces. Don,
Yeah.
you alive? Oh, okay. Oh. Hey, look, it's the side of
Do
Chris's head.
Huh.
Bruh.
Bro.
Does this come off? Sort
I was
of.
gonna say I have this stuff, but I've never used it. Here. Oh, where is it? It's by MIG. The heavy,
Is it their chipping fluid?
yeah. That thing right there. I've never used it before, but I ordered a
You
couple
mean
off of
these
eBay.
things? Right, yeah. These bad boys.
Yeah,
I got stuff as well.
yeah. So
You got the scratching and the heavy chipping. I've never used them either. I've just used the hairspray.
I don't know. I've got a couple. I don't paint with acrylics because they're like really weak. But I guess for weathering and chipping and stuff, acrylics would do just
I don't know
great.
if you watch a little episode of Mechanism last night. I did a scratch test on a couple of different acrylic paints, and they're pretty resilient.
Mm. I think I watched like the first half hour of like mostly all just shitting on each other.
Yeah, that was before I think I really fully jumped in. But
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, oh, you guys went ahead without me. Okay. I thought, okay, all right. I'm like, it's like that Dane Cook reference where,
we got you sorted out in the end, though.
well, I mean, I'm in the thing now.
Yeah,
Dude, there's 27 people in that group.
yeah, but there's only
That's
going to
a
be
huge
a
roster.
couple of people per episode.
Oh, I reckon I'll make it when I can. If I can't, then I don't.
Exactly. I think that's
But-
the idea, is that they can always have new content in the creators and otherwise.
What do you reckon Paul is?
I don't know. His wife was really sick before.
Oh, really?
Well, Wednesday when we were going to do our stream, he was occupied with family with that, and I was once again just beat.
Mm.
So we missed our Wednesday. But I don't know if he's still taking care of her or what. Gotta be that family, man.
Ain't nothing but a chicken wing.
Hey guys, I got me a white bitch.
A what?
A white bitch.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
She came over here and stole Kim's spot. It was really funny.
Oh, I see. This free seat is free. Our cats do that pretty regularly. My dog can't because he's old man. That doesn't make it farther off the floor. But
I'll sit on you.
How old
You
is
just
this?
gonna sit over.
Yeah. My spot.
You gotta scoot over. Mama's gonna sit on you.
get that.
Whoa, it's a bitch off. All right, I'm muting myself again because movies.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. Money. I gotta watch that Train to Busan again. I heard that was pretty good, and I don't remember it. Apparently, it's one of the best zombie movies ever.
What was?
Train to Busan.
Oh yeah, the train one. My wife's a huge zombie movie fan. She really liked that one.
Okay, that's
She liked that one.
Oh yeah.
There's like one character in that movie that I'm a huge fan of. He's like this huge guy. He's got like a 29-inch bicep. He's huge. But like he goes out with a bang in that movie. But man, he's such a big guy. Like I love it. I love him. Watching him in like normal like other stuff. Like he's just so big.
like walking through doors sideways.
Like yeah, he's like he's. I'd say he's a thicker dude than I am. Thick. Ooh. Like I said, this stream has its ups and downs. It's quite interesting.
Okay.
Did you give the keychain to Summer yet? Yes, I did. She liked it very much. Dryers. No, this goes no. I'm just checking up on the stream. Chat. Here.
Why can I not find this piece?
There's so
Well, the
many
ground
freaking.
now weathered from the waist down.
What?
Said the ground Gundam is now weathered from the waist down.
Yay.
Very
Oh,
nice.
I absolutely misheard what you said. I thought you said something about loving her from the waist down.
Yeah,
know.
baby.
Sorry.
Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Oh, Chick-fil-A. That's another food I miss.
Oh, Alex and his missing food.
Oh, dude. So,
Dude,
when
I went off on a whole thing with Chinese food earlier today.
Oh, I can imagine.
I miss Chinese food.
on Sunday, I was pissed because I drove up to Maryland on Sunday. Then I'm on the road, I'm like, I could really go for some Chick-fil-A right now. I'm like, oh, it's fucking Sunday.
Sunday, right? Sunday. I miss White Castle. I miss Chick-fil-A. I even miss freaking Chipotle, man. What I want to do for a decent burrito. Those freaking the frozen burritos that I bought while I was at the supermarket the other day, they went right through me. They were not very good.
Yeah, that sucks.
So how.
Which reminds me, Donovan, you better be ready to make that ramen and post that video ASAP.
Like overlapping? Yeah. You can remove that in the software, so it all just lays flat.
So wait a minute, which hot ramen does Don get?
Flat.
Tom's getting the chicken. Oh no, he's getting the same one I sent Justin as well.
Yeah.
Tim say, not the spicy chicken one. Not that one. That one's not that spicy.
Which one? The one that I did with Paul and Colleen?
Tim say, right?
No. What the fuck was it? I don't know. It's all in.
No, not the bulldog. Not the bulldog. Not the one with
No,
the chicken on it.
not the bulldog. The bulldog isn't even hot.
No.
It's just flavorful. That's the purple one. This one was the the two times nuclear.
No, not that one. I got him.
like
It's a different one.
8800 Scoville. It's not even that hot, but the way they mix the spice is like actually pretty intense.
Mm. No, this one's actually 9,000 something on the Scoville.
Okay, just go ahead and throw some of that. What is that? Not Last Stab, but the bomb Beyond Insanity. Throw some of that on there. That'll change.
Or just ghost pepper extract. Not hot sauce.
Yeah, I mean,
extract.
you can go there too if you want.
No.
It's going to be a good video, Don.
I'm gonna die.
We're looking forward to it. No pressure.
That's why it's going to be a good video.
That's why.
Because I know how it's gonna happen. Like the spice is gonna hit me, and I'm gonna breathe in, and it's gonna be even worse because now it's in my throat.
Depends.
I have some Scoville trivia.
All right.
So where I work here in Ottawa, when we hire somebody, and right now we're hiring like 5 to 10 people a week, right?
Wow.
Every Friday we have a town hall meeting, which is streamed, to people in the company if you're not in the office like me. There's a dude we hired this week, and his last name is Scoville. And we asked them 4 questions, like where are you from, what's your claim to fame, what was your first job, and why did you pick Full Script? And this guy's claim to fame is he is the great grandson of Scoville, the dude, Wilbur Scoville,
the dude, the dude. Okay, wow,
the hot
stuff there.
Dude. So that was interesting.
How about
That's a claim to fame if I ever saw one.
Great or great? I don't know.
That's a claim to fame right there. But how was that trivia? I thought we were supposed to answer a question. Isn't that what trivia is?
I guess it wasn't trivia.
Well, the trivia is I work with a guy who is the great grandson of Wilbur Scoville.
But that's not trivia.
That's here's a fun fact. That's not trivia. Jeff, we need to agree on Englishing better, man.
Said the Korean to the Canadian.
Y'all can eat the peanuts out of my shit.
Excellent.
Hey, I used to live in Toronto. Here's some fun trivia.
My condolences.
I was gonna say, we all make mistakes, man. It's okay.
You do know that every Canadian who doesn't live in Toronto hates Toronto,
right? Because
just saying,
Toronto is known as like that uppity.
Just saying.
Uppity. Yeah, everybody hates Toronto because like it's supposedly like all the people who live in Toronto, there are such dicks about living in Toronto.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's also known as the center of the universe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of like if you're from New York and then you're somebody. It's how New Yorkers who don't live. Well, I guess New Yorkers who live in New York who don't live in the Upper East Side feel about people who live in the Upper East Side.
Gotcha.
I think that's probably the best way we can make that comparison. Burn going in, burn going out.
Alex, how long did you live in Toronto?
Long enough for my sister to be born there, and then we moved on to the U.S. So my sister actually has Canadian citizenship.
Nice.
Funny that. Yeah, she went to York because of that Canadian citizenship. She went to York U.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, eh? York U, buddy, eh?
Take off, eh?
Yo, hoser.
The other day.
You knob.
Knob.
You nab.
Knob.
How's it going, eh?
Oh yeah, you know.
Oh, that was a really good Canadian accent.
What is all of that about?
Oh, Christ.
That whole boot thing is bullshit.
A boot? Yeah, I say more of that.
Factored in the state.
That's more Midwest than it is Canadian.
Yeah.
Go to freaking Wisconsin or Minnesota. Minnesota. Oh, it's a boot. Come over to a who's sitting a cooch. That's fucking Wisconsin. Scotties. Oh yeah, there, guy. Hey there, guy. Oh yeah, there. Hey.
There.
Spent a lot of time in Wisconsin, guys. So.
The best Canadian accent is from Newfoundland. I can't do it. But it's hey there, bye. Get down. No, I can't do it.
Brian, did you move to New York for work?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I moved to New York with no money, no place to live, or an idea that I might have a place to live if I was lucky. About $30 in my pocket, and like a bunch of art supplies and my clothes.
And I guess you figured if you could make it there,
then I could make it anywhere. No. I was just like getting out of a really bad situation I'd gotten myself into in Iowa.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was. This is odd. It's going on the internet. I was fleeing a bad relationship, an abusive relationship.
Oh.
So there you go.
Fleeing.
Me too, motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's a thing now in Korea. It's getting kind of crazy too, because right now they're trying to pass legislation in Korea to protect people who are not actually victims of, not actual perpetrators of Me Too claiming victims. Because right now it's getting to a point where some people are actually just coming up with lies against powerful people to extort them for money and stuff.
Yeah, it sucks.
So, yeah, they're actually trying to pass legislation in order to also protect. So, if somebody claims that somebody, sexually assaulted them or abused them in any way, and they find that it didn't happen, then you're gonna be fitting the bill for all the law proceedings, court, funds and all that stuff, as well as also have to pay damages that you caused to the person that you were accusing of that, as well as short time in jail. Yeah.
Good.
Crazy.
Because it's getting to a point where a person will be, let's say for example, a girl's walking in the subway station and she falls down, right? And then as a normal, any normal gentleman would do, you probably pick up their bag and maybe help them up or something like that, right? But
give my hand.
it's getting to a point where people won't do that for fear of those people claiming that they were sexually assaulted by somebody helping them up in the subway station,
or assaulted or whatever, It's
so apparently it's getting to a point where people are doing that for for really stupid reasons like that, and so people don't want to help them out now.
pretty wacky. The world is a crazy place.
That's like a few years ago. There was that kid who was in high school, and he was like one of the #1 like NBA draft picks, and some chick lied and said that he had raped her, and he actually did a couple of years in prison before they found out he wasn't guilty.
Oh, it sucks.
That's
I
tragic.
didn't know that. Anyway, I'm currently turning the giant seam lines that go vertically on the body of this Gamboard guy, and turning one of the sides into a chamfered edge so that I can kind of make it a natural looking seam line. So that's what I'm doing. And turns out my BMC is not exactly fit for the job, so I'm gonna go back to using what works, which is my homemade
Nice.
old ass art blade.
When in doubt.
Pull it out.
I said when in doubt. Oh, well, yeah, I guess. Sorry.
I was just looking for something to rhyme, but it ended up being
No, that's pretty standard. That's pretty
Creepy.
hard. It's bad that I missed on it, honestly. Well, this is not an easy task, my dudes.
So Brian, what we did earlier was Chris is kind of pseudo hanging out with us, and so he was watching the movie. So for like a good like half hour, I basically just like, oh, he's watching now. I'm not gonna say it. Now I'm not gonna say it.
He's like, "What you talking about, motherfucker?"
Fuck you up, dog.
So he just like kind of put his head on for like a good half hour, just like the side of his head. We just left it like that for like a half hour.
Oh, just like he shared the screen. Got you.
Yeah. Andy was on earlier. I like the idea of a group build because it's kind of cool to just kind of chill out. Might get awkward and stuff and quiet at times, but it's fine.
Well, I guess I'm actually working off screen, sort of on screen, sort of off screen. I've got my secondary camera.
Cool.
I know you're so jealous that I get to sit here and mask these complicated forms. It's okay. Someday,
I'm so
buddy, you'll be
jealous.
as cool as me. Oh,
Hell, I wish I was you right now.
Oh, what? Yeah, what are you doing? You're not working on the Rex. What are you working on?
Yeah, I'm trying to sand this damn ball joint more so it'll actually fit back in the socket without breaking anytime it goes to get rotated.
Is that the Rex?
Yeah, it's just a ton of pieces right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah. He was
bad.
molding stuff earlier.
Oh yeah, how'd your shit work out, homie? Or you'll find out, I guess.
All right, I poured the first part of the mold,
Mhm.
and then tomorrow morning I'll probably do the second part so I can get that done finally.
Cool.
Jeff's been working on his resin ground Gundam.
Is Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Gundam?
Pretty much.
Well, we can't see your smiling hands, though, Jeff.
My internet sucks. I wouldn't be able to stream.
It's okay. When I pulled up the stream and I heard you talking, I remarked to my wife, "Oh my God, I heard Jeff's voice." She just looked at me like I was mad.
Ermagerd.
Like, it's kind of funny. Like, you have like a kind of preconceived idea of how certain people sound in your head, for like the longest time before like you actually like talk to them and stuff.
Oh right.
Like for example, like Paul. I met Paul on Instagram because I don't know. He was just like posting stuff under like Gundam tags and stuff like that, and his original Instagram handle was Gunpla Noob.
I saw
And, like,
another
just posting-
Gunpla Noob today that
Oh,
I was
yeah?
like, hey, that was Paul's old handle.
Right. And like, but he was like posting like photos of like these like nicely painted kits. I'm like, you are no fucking noob. And if you say you're a noob, that's fucked up, man. Because like, your stuff's looking better than my stuff. And if you're a noob, then what does that make me? But anyway, like for like the longest time, I had like this kind of like preconceived idea of like what Paul was like and like how he sounded. And then like upon hearing him, like through like live streams and like his video and his channel and stuff like that, it's like, wow, I didn't expect him to have such like a soft, soothing voice like that, you know?
Oh, the way you're
he's
talking, Alex, you're gonna make
he's
Andy
got like
jealous.
No, Andy burned that bridge a long time ago. Well, I've moved on.
Did it get cold in here, guys? I feel like it got cold in here.
Mm-hmm. Your nipples could probably cut glass at this point.
Whoa.
So I just posted a picture of the waste unit in the Discord.
Well, we'll check that out right now. Hold on.
Yeah, just grab my phone.
So we're weathering the waste down now.
Waist, there it is. Waist down, baby.
Very nice.
Woo. I see Chris's Catman miniature. I wonder what kind of medicine is inside that bottle. What kind of drugs you taking, Chris? I don't think you can hear us now. Chris. Hello, Chris. I think he also turned on his. What kind of drugs you taking?
Said barbiturates and you mean for medicine?
We're looking at the picture of the mount that you stuck your Catman onto.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Noticing it's a prescription drug bottle, huh? What are you taking, man?
This one's an antidepressant. Antidepressant.
What?
This one is
There you go.
upper. This one is another antidepressant. Let's see here.
Why?
2 antidepressants and an ADHD med.
Boom.
Gotta mix your uppers and your downers. Woo!
Mix them
You're
in
not-
the right ratios, though.
You don't look like a person who needs antidepressants.
That's the magic of it all.
That's why I don't look like it. Actually, I'm going through a process where I'm changing right now, so
Cool.
it gets a little dicey from time to time.
Cool.
You know, I was going to make a joke about like antidepressants and Adderall, but it's probably a really good thing that I didn't.
Yeah.
Why?
I'll tell you guys about it later.
Why?
Is it that bad? Or are you just being sensitive? You're being, what do you want to say? Considerate.
Consider sensitive. Considerative.
That's not a word.
Considerative.
Surreal? Cereal? For real? Serious? Cereal?
For real.
And serious. Cereal.
Because I would have felt like a really, really big asshole if I would have said that, and then he would have.
Yeah. Oh, no, I mean.
Hey, I took Ritalin just for fun because it helped me test better.
Yeah, a lot of people do that for focus.
I actually don't know
I mean-
what Adderall does. What is Adderall? What does it do?
Similar thing. But if you're like you don't have the the need for it, the missing parts for it to fit into, it turns into kind of like speed, which is why the American president is all about it.
Oh,
Because it's not drugs, it's legal. My doctor prescribed it to me. He also says that I'm very healthy and obese.
bullshit. Yo,
Yeah, I
is he
know.
seriously signing an executive order to fucking build the wall?
He's gonna try to. It's not gonna work though.
Oh my gosh. I
He's just grasping at straws, bro. He's like, he's floundering. He's a
I don't like to
big
talk about
Cheeto.
political stuff, but man,
Sorry.
it's just you can't not talk about this guy.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's good at the buzz, drawing the buzz. I have strong political views, so we don't need to go into a political conversation.
I think as I get older, I'm more interested in like politics and social justice, to be honest. Because I didn't care about this shit as a kid.
Yep,
But
neither did I.
as I get older, I think maybe it's a sign of me maturing or something like that. But I just feel like it's more interesting to me now as I get older. Because when I was a kid, I could care less. I didn't give a shit.
Dilligaff. Does it look like I give a fuck? Like Dilligaff,
Oh.
man. Yeah, I hear you. I was the same way. Felt like incredibly removed and like ambivalent. Or whatever I call it.
It's like, yeah, like I'm a kid. It's got nothing to do with me. No big changes like that is ever going to affect me anyway.
And I'm invincible.
Right. Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't there like a whole big spat with right now the Canadian Prime Minister?
Trudeau?
Yeah. There's
To
like
be
a whole...
honest, guys, I don't follow Canadian politics at all. It's too boring.
Spoken like a true Canadian.
Yep.
So would you rather have something not as boring like Trump?
Oh God, political shit show.
Hell no.
Goddamn no.
So in this case, I think boring is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's, sorry to say this, but it's hella fun to watch what's going on down there. Not
that's
being
fine. Yeah, not being a part of it. I can only imagine. And someday, long after I'm dead, I'll look back on this time and I'll cry.
It's the same instinct that, you gotta run and see the train wreck, right?
Uh-huh. So horrible you can't not watch it.
Problem is, everybody goes and sees a train wreck and they don't help. They just pick up their cell phones now.
Yeah, just watch. I don't know, man. I'm a helper. So
Yeah, I'm a helper too. Actually, that reminds me. I was in Tokyo. I was actually meeting up with a friend of mine one evening. I think it was like the first day actually, the day I met Oliver. And so I ended up going to like the Tokyo Skytree to meet up with this buddy of mine. Just for like a quick cup of coffee and stuff. But on the way back, I was walking, and then there was this like little girl just like walking around in the middle of the street, and it was like 11:30 at night.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and I'm like walking like right next to this like old lady, and we're both like looking at this kid, thinking the same exact thing, like, where the hell is your mom? And we see like all these other people like passing by, but none of them seem like they're this kid's mother. So we're like, wait, what the hell's going on? And then further like up the road, we see this like lady talking on her phone, just yakking, while her kid is literally walking around in the middle of the street with taxis passing by and stuff. And so I think we both like looked at each other and then saw her and we're like, oh, okay. And so like I don't speak Japanese, so I was just like, whoo. And the old lady's like speaking to me in Japanese. Like I don't know what she was saying, but I think you can kind of guess. She was probably like, oh, okay. But I was just like, mm-mm. I pointed at the lady and I was like, mm-mm. I shook my head and she was like laughing and stuff like that. But at that exact moment, I was thinking, what if this kid's mother was not there, and then I got into some bullshit with the police if I was trying to help her find like
dude,
or find like it was in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It turns out that spat with the cops in the summertime, that shit fucked me up too, man. Very disappointing.
Yeah. Life is disappointing.
That's true.
Sadly.
But I ended up going to that sushi place that I had the 30 plates with Oliver.
Woo.
But I didn't eat close to I didn't eat even close to half.
What's up with the what did you guys play? Mario Party or something I don't understand that I voted on?
Mario Kart?
Is that we play Mario Kart? Oh, that's
yeah.
easy.
There's a Mario Kart arcade. It's a one-on-one. And I will remember all those who. Don, did you backed Oliver too, right, Don?
Yeah.
I did. I backed you.
All you naysayers, I will remember this day.
I put my money on Mr. Alexander Cape. Mr. Kim.
Because I figured neither one of you were going to get first place because it's an arcade game, and arcade games are just designed to suck as many quarters out of you as they can.
Well, first place, first place. It's between the two of them.
But no. But you also, I had to narrow it down to kind of thin the herd as well. So you also had to put what place?
Yeah, I guess the places. As well. Yeah,
so
I did that.
You have to. There are a couple more pieces of information you need to put in.
Just in case, you got to like really narrow it in. You can't just like vote, or was it put your money on black or red like we're playing roulette or
Right.
craps? Or, no, it's roulette. Yeah.
Roulette.
Yeah. I don't gamble, so.
I don't. I want to. I've never done it before.
Oh, gambling?
Yeah. Like I mean, it's come from like a Texas Hold'em tournament that I actually won when off hours when I was working at Subway in high school. Subway sandwiches.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I guess maybe everybody knows Subway.
Yeah, but like after hours we had a poker game and I ended up winning the whole thing. Outside of that, I've always wanted to play blackjack or something like that just to try it.
The cruise ships have almost an entire floor dedicated to casino, right?
Awesome. So you should go try your luck.
No, that's not I'm not interested in that.
Last year when I was in Vegas and we were playing roulette, there was this guy that was like sitting across from me because it was like electronic roulette, so it was like this thing and everybody kind of sat around it. Okay. I watched this guy dump like $300 into this machine and lost it all.
Yeah, I ain't got money like that.
Maybe it was fun. I don't know. I might just like walk in with like $50 just to see.
I mean, occasionally I would do that. Like I've gone and dropped a 20 into slot machines or what have you. But you just have to kind of, in my opinion, you have to go into a casino expecting to not win.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, I'm putting this money here and I know that I will never see it again.
You never know.
Right, but you can't be like,
come out on top.
I'm gonna do it. This time is gonna be the time. It's like, nah, B. Sorry.
I got a feeling.
Tonight's gonna be a good night. That's such a song that they play on a cruise ship as well.
Mm-hmm. Party workers in the house tonight.
And I can say though that after gambling, I don't understand how people, like people have like gambling addictions. I don't
Mhm.
understand how that's a thing.
How they can manage to. Well,
Like how it's a thing, like how they get addicted to it.
Like yeah, like the whole mentality of like, oh, this time will be it. This time will be it. I don't understand.
Oh,
well, I mean, it's an addiction. Again, they're addicted to the idea of that quick win.
Or you win by chance once, and you get
change
that
your
money
life forever.
Well, yeah, or temporarily. And you like get that money, and then you're like, "Oh, I'm the rich guy," and it becomes fun tickets instead of money. And then you go and like have fun ticket time, and then all the fun tickets go away. And what's the easiest way to get those fun tickets back? Gambling.
More fun tickets. Everybody just have a good time.
I went to a casino once. It didn't do anything for me.
I just want to see you shake that.
Yeah, they're not.
I think I need 600 grit.
And for a few days afterwards, my sinuses were all messed up because you can smoke inside at the casinos.
Oh God, I hate that about casinos.
Yeah, that's the only area on the cruise ship that you can smoke indoors is in the casino.
Oh my God! Like,
so that's another reason we stay away from there, as Colleen is allergic to nicotine.
Really?
So
I've never heard of that.
Dude, she's got so many of the most amazing and weird allergies.
How's her book come along? I hope I was able to answer her question on the spine and its ease of being able to break.
Oh, right. Yeah, I actually talked to her about that as well when that was all going down. Yeah, she was grateful for your input. Yeah, it's going well. She's hoping to have, I think she's going to hope to have a couple of the first couple of chapters edited before vacation here in 2 weeks. So I'll get an opportunity to read some of it, which I'm looking forward to.
Like, you never think about that. Like, writers have to actually do that research. But then again, it's the same thing with movies. You have to do that research. Movies are people's, like, was it written work that they turn into video? So I mean, it makes sense. But yeah, you never think about that aspect of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's done so much research for the books that she's written. She just hasn't taken any of them to to the limit, as it were.
Is this one of them possible limit busting endeavors?
Yeah, hopefully it should be good.
Because honestly, what is it? What's that list? Like the New York Times bestsellers. I think that list itself is bullshit.
Yeah, it's all paid for.
Yeah, like it's because like there's some like really funky, weird books that I'm pretty sure the New York Times would never back on that list. Dude, I'm shaving like a good millimeter off of the top of this freaking part.
Which part are you on?
Get rid of the leg that I had to freaking cement together to get rid of the seam line.
So that little bad boy is basically like almost like a Figma, isn't it? It's like a figure more than it is an actual model kit.
Well, it's got polycaps. It's got polycaps and
Oh, cool. So it is
boards and stuff. It is a kit.
Cool.
It is a kit, but it's not a very good kit.
I've seen them at like New York Comic Con and what have you. At like
what Danboards?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Danboard is the design is actually not a kit. It's not supposed to be a kit. It's just
I was gonna say that's what I've seen is the Figma style
figures, right? Like the really big ones. Like I wish they would make those really super big ones as kits, but they don't. Jeff, you live over there? Real quiet.
Yeah, I'm good.
Didn't fall in.
Some oil to dry.
Yeah, he's painting with oil
so I see you had cardboard out and you were soaking the linseed out of your oils, which is a right way to do that. Well done. What brand of oils are you using? Out of curiosity.
They're mostly Abteilung. I've got a few just generics, Winsor Newtons, and stuff.
Yeah, I had a ton of oil paint that I used growing up, art school and being an artist and all that shit. And I got rid of it all when I started doing model making. Because it was just taking up space. And then I realized that you can use oil paint on your models.
Dope.
Oops.
I've been collecting the Abteilungs like when they go on sale for a couple of years.
I don't know why I buy it, but it's hella expensive.
Why do you buy it?
Because it's really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Well, now you know why you buy it. I just helped you save answer a question.
They're like $12 or $13 a tube.
Wow.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking expensive.
That's pricey.
But you don't need much. That's the thing about them is you only need a tiniest little smidge.
Yeah, the tubes last forever.
Yeah, right. So I'm like investing a $12 tube that's going to last me for years, ideally.
Not like they go bad either.
It can. It just depends on how well you maintain it, how well you store it.
I sanded a little too much. I have to rescribe this panel line. Womp womp.
Tisk tisk tisk.
Yeah, so all night I've been using the hairdryer, so I can just go. But just now I like made like a wash because I want sand in my panel lines, and the hairdryer just kind of splatters it all over the place. So I'm just waiting for it to dry.
Gotcha. Give it just a second. Should dry quickly though, so that's a plus.
Literally waiting for paint to dry.
Great, and I'm watching it too.
Something about that oil painting process. I just love that.
It's neat.
You sound like you think it's neat.
No, I love the results that are coming out. It's just, I mean, we've been streaming for how long? 3 hours? 2 hours? I've lost track. And I've just done the waste unit.
Oh, really? I guess no, that's true because it took me 2 days to do my roadie with all the oils and all that.
Yeah.
Just I guess I'm just moving around a lot.
Yeah, and I guess it's PG size, right? So there's a lot more surface area to work.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's also a lot more surface area for you to put in those nice little details too.
Ooh,
I didn't get that.
So it's a
It's
lot of
also-
area for you to put. Yeah, details. Sorry.
To add the details and stuff.
Well, yeah. Well, now I'm hiding screwed up dry transfers, making them look like they've been hit by something.
Good. Oi, 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 oi.
I don't want to end up having to start using, like, whipping out the freaking, like, epoxy for this, because that's just too much for a small little damn board kit. But I think I'm going to end up having to. Or I'm hoping this Tamiya cement easy sanding stuff might be able to fill in them cracks a little bit.
Oh right. Yeah. What are you using for putties?
The polyester Tamiya stuff, that's what I usually use for putty.
Okay, I don't have any of that. I haven't used it, so I'm familiar.
But
I used the Mr. White putty. I have the liquid plastic, the Mr. Liquid plastic, and then I use the stuff by Squadron Products. It's like
I've
a
never heard of them.
generalized hobby filler. So you don't know what you've never heard of Squadron?
No.
Oh yeah, I have a beautiful alt future German UFO made by Squadron Squadron Product Models.
Mm.
It's beautiful, and I also have some. Oh, those ones are by what is that? Viking? Who made these ones?
So that squadron stuff comes in like different, I don't know how to say it, grades.
Yeah.
Right? Some of it's like smooth and some of it's not so smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had the squadron green and I wasn't really happy with it.
Okay. Yeah, I got the white.
Yeah.
They're white.
Well, I
hoodies.
didn't
Pretty
know,
I saw
right? I
this-
said, just give me some of that.
That's what I'm
Okay.
using right now. It's cyanoacrylates, CA, but easy sanding stuff.
Oh, dope.
So,
what's the cure rate
I think it's like 3 hours or something like that.
on it? Okay.
Not bad.
No, not terrible.
But I'm pretty sure if I like take some heat to it, it might cure a little faster. There's still like frost and stuff like that, but you know that's cyanoacrylate.
Yeah, that's just the way it
That's
goes.
to be expensive.
Can you use accelerator on it?
I don't know. I reckon I could, but I don't know if this kind of I don't know if this formula would react to accelerator well or not. So I don't know. Oh, this side's dead. Now I gotta switch to the other side. Oh, there we go. Oh, so weird. I have like having you in my ear for like a good hour and a half, and then switching to the other side. Brian, what I'm doing is I'm using my AirPods.
Yeah.
As like a Bluetooth mic as well.
Oh.
And instead of putting them both in my ear at the same time, in order to compensate for one dying, I'm basically alternating ears because they both have mics in them. So.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple of nice sets of Bluetooth headphones, Bluetooth headphones, and a Bluetooth like headset, and neither of them are linked to my computer.
Oh. Oh, I could probably try these. The Tamiya epoxy putty, that stuff. This stuff is pretty good, and they come in these like neat little like individually wrapped bags.
They look like
Oh.
sticks of gum.
Yeah. So
Yummy.
like you just kind of like it's nice. You don't have to mix them or anything. You just or like you don't have to like take out two pieces and then mix those two parts together or anything. It's just they're just in here and then you just kind of knead them and then use them.
Cool.
Yeah. But I didn't know Mr. Hobby made like plastic putty.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yep, I got the white putty and then I have the liquid plastic. I'm gonna move this camera out of the fucking way. This shit right here. Mr. Hobby. Mr. Dissolved Putty, it's called.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I gotta check it out. I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know they made that.
Actually, Tamiya makes this stuff too. They say it's surface primer, but I've always used it as more of a putty.
Surface primer. Well,
Yeah, that's roughly the same thing.
oh, it's kind of dark. But, oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've always used because it's like their putty. It's just diluted. I've always used it more as a putty.
Oh, I guess, and then so you can sand it and kind of make it all nice and smooth. I guess. That's cool.
And I think Vallejo even makes a putty too.
Vallejo. I've never used a Vallejo product. They just don't have them here.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I mean, we just started getting testers, but testers is shit anyway. So.
Yeah, it leaves a lot to be desired.
Oh.
I used it a bunch when I was a kid. Like, so many of those little jars of paint.
That is awesome. Hi, Hasaki. What's up, man? Aaron Thomas is planning his first bank job to pay for Alex's Vive. Who's the guy watching TV on stream? Alex? Trust Alex
Chris.
to have the weirdest live streams. That's Chris Collins. We're watching somebody else watch a movie.
But not watching the movie. You see none of the movie.
Yeah, just we're watching them watch the movie.
It's like the ultimate in voyeurism.
Hazaki, pretty good. We're just kind of streaming. I'm probably not going to be on for too much longer because I kind of want to, first of all, get some breakfast at what? It's almost 2:30 in the afternoon.
Oh dang!
I'm kind of hungry, but I wanna take the bike out, ride for a little bit. Gas prices have dropped a little bit, so I wanna kind of just burn some gas.
How's the weather?
Oh no, okay.
Fucking gorgeous, man. Can you see? It's just
I see the
sunshine out. Yeah, it's nice and warm out too.
That's the real deal. Like, it can be sunny and cold as hell.
Oh, my buddy I usually ride with, he texted me like 2 hours ago. Shit. Yeah, he was like, "Hey, look, gorgeous weather. You want to go for a ride?" Oh, damn.
Oh man, you were hanging out with us losers.
Oh well. Yeah, it's like 8 degrees out. It's nice.
God,
It's nice and warm. 8 degrees Celsius. What is that?
What's that,
it's like
45?
I don't know.
Like,
What is that in
like 45 or something.
8 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. 46 and a half.
I was close. I said 45. Hey, I just eyeballed that bitch. Or mine.
40, 50
Mine
degrees. That's nice. That's nice, cool weather.
That's aight.
It's -17 here right now.
Lovely.
Yay! Yay!
Oh, Ottawa.
And I think we
That's
understand why
literally
he doesn't
hell.
get out of his house.
That's worse than it being 110 in the summer here in Texas.
Oh man.
True.
Oh god.
I can't wait for spring when I can go outside again.
I haven't seen the sun in months.
No, I was out
That's
today.
so cool. Like he goes to like meetings that are remote, and he doesn't have to. Nice part. Who was
Well,
that?
I mean, I'm running a team remotely in Poland, right?
Right.
Just rad.
Creepy.
Oh, that's right. You went to Poland last year.
I don't know. I kind of like this working from home. I've only filled the tank in my car 1.5 times since New Year's.
Wow.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I dropped the parking spot I was paying for downtown, which costs $240 a month.
Jesus.
That-
Yeah,
Damn.
putting that right on my mortgage, baby.
Yeah, I think I need to adult better.
You think
Oh,
you need an adult diaper?
I need to adult better.
Oh.
How
What
so?
do you better than an adult diaper? Depends, I guess.
Like I don't know shit about investments.
Bazinga!
That's fun.
Honestly, I didn't hear what he said.
It's okay. It's okay.
What did he say? What did he say?
I said I didn't know you need an adult diaper, and then I said, well, I suppose it depends.
Okay. Yeah, we actually there's a yeah, they have depends in Korean. Like it says
Korean depends?
depend.
Oh,
No, like
are
the
they like,
depends brand in Korea, yeah.
Are they do they taste better than American depends? Like Korean
Well,
fried chicken?
Depends. Why would you
I was
eat depends?
just joking, because no, this is a Korean fried chicken joke. Chill.
Oh. I don't get your comedy. It's so weird.
It's my quick New York wit.
Your humor is so strange.
Made me think of Gritty Kitty cat litter.
Yeah, it is strange. I am weird. What can I say? And I do think like a comedian, and I speak like a comedian, even though I'm technically not a comedian, which means I end up saying the wrong thing most times.
Interesting.
I think a lot of stuff that people probably shouldn't think. And sometimes I share it.
All right. I think this is quite possibly the world record for the slowest person to build such a small kit. Like seriously,
Hey.
this kit is literally 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 steps in this kit. 5. 5 fucking steps to look at the here, let me change the camera. Look at the fucking manual. It's ridiculous.
Thanks, Kim. Kim's going to bed, it sounds like.
No, I'm gonna go clean my skin and give myself a facial more.
Facial! Look at that. That's it. That's all of it.
I do. You
Literally
have
the
nice
manual.
skin.
That's it. Whatever.
Wow.
I can actually do things now.
You can just feel the love there, Chris.
Oh god, you guys are hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you kids.
Except we're not kids at all. Like, we're old as hell.
Like, you're not
I'll be
that
30.
old.
Keep talking about my age.
How old are you, Chris?
I'm 35.
Okay. That's not that old.
You're not old at all.
No, dude, I'm 39. You're not that
No,
old.
we're
I'm not
not.
even that old, dude.
We're not old.
No.
Damn, it's already been done.
Oh, shit.
I haven't said anything about you.
Oh, we're both old. That just totally includes me.
Maybe you were talking about me, huh? You should chill out.
Yeah, we were talking about us. You got to see this fucking look she's giving me. Oh my god.
Somebody's sleeping on the couch tonight.
I usually do. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
You guys are epic. Seriously. I think we need to pitch a reality TV show.
Oh my!
We need to pitch a reality TV show for these two.
But a real one though, not one of those fake reality TV shows.
Yeah, like a reality TV show. We'll call it Chris and Kim Uncut.
Whoa.
It would get crazy, is all I gotta say.
What would it?
Our reality TV show.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
You're good enough to actually make a reality TV show of our foolishness.
Like, and it'll be real. It'll be like real.
Pretty boring. We are pretty boring. Most of the time, we're boring as shit. I mean, that's the thing.
Y'all are pretty far from boring. Let's just say that.
When the live stream comes on, you guys crank it up to 11.
It's about 11 right now. No, I just don't think it's any. I don't think it's any. I mean, this is just how we are.
Yeah, we just do things like this.
Yeah, this is just us. This is not acting, unfortunately.
And we're never actually mad at each other. It's just us messing around.
Yeah.
She gets mad at me.
I think every woman on the face of the planet gets tired of it. Because it's like having a child in the house. Like my mom always said that living with a man prepares you for having a child, and I was, Ma, you're totally lying. No, she was right. And I told her that, and she just started laughing, and I was like, okay. So yeah.
I do my own laundry, thank you.
Under protest, I'm sure.
Under protest.
Whenever I see other people in Austin now, I just want to yell at them like, Wakanda forever!
And then they'll look at you and be like, whatever, white person.
No, they'll do it back because they know. It's a thing now. It's a black people thing.
Wakanda
Black people are
forever.
loud. Like,
I just watched Black Panther for the first time the other day.
I really enjoyed it, but I really hate how people are like, oh, this is only black people. Like, white people can't enjoy this movie. And I'm just like, could you not? Like, this is the first nice thing we've had in a really long time. Let us all enjoy this, okay?
No, it's good too.
Half these bitches are too young to have been alive during the
Why does it
90s.
have to be about black people? I mean, it's just a movie. It doesn't have to be about colors, period. Why can't it just be people? Why does it have to be about black people? It can just be about people.
I think it's a little bit more complicated than that, and it's without being here like all night. It's God. How do I even begin to simplify this?
I want another cool analogy. Yes. I want another Doritos analogy.
He's actually really good at that. Like, seriously.
Oh, like how I described Ben Affleck's performance in Batman v Superman is like when you have a dog that's vomiting and shitting all over the place at the same time and your house is destroyed. But before you like when you notice your dogs first started getting sick, you put down a little pee pad, and even though your house is totally destroyed, there's that one spot where they happen to puke and shit on the pee pad. So that's that one little corner of your house that doesn't have dog puke and shit all over it. That's Ben Affleck's performance in Batman v Superman.
Oh. So you're saying that he's the slight reprieve in a sea of shit and vomit?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, I am.
Exactly.
You have had that experience because of Puppy, and it is like the worst fucking thing that has ever happened.
I can only imagine.
Oh my god.
Like I don't have like all night to explain the whole like cultural zeitgeist that is Black Panther. I can see why some people would just think of it as just a movie, but from a black perspective, it really honestly is a big deal. I was one of the first to just be like, oh my god, I don't want to see this movie. People are saying, oh, it's the first black superhero, and I'm like, bitch, there was Meteor Man. So like,
what about
and Blade, if you really want to take it back. So
hit on Blade.
About how you got Blade, you've got you've got Shaquille O'Neal as Steel.
Yeah. Shazam.
Yeah, so that was like totally a thing before Black Panther came out. So I was like, oh my god, I don't know why people are making such a big deal out of it. I don't even fucking like T'Challa. He's one of the characters I hate the most in the Marvel universe. He's a dick. Blah 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 blah. And then I went to go see it, and I'm like, oh wow, okay. So it is probably one of my favorite Marvel movies, if not the favorite. And it's not just because of the story, which has like, okay, if you are Black, you can recognize, I guess the best way to put it is subcultures within Black culture that most people on the outside wouldn't know. Or they'd say, oh, okay, like Killmonger's kind of a dick. But it's like, no, there are people like that in the Black community that just genuinely want that level of change, and they don't realize how destructive it actually is because nobody actually learns history or anything like that anymore. So there's that aspect of it. And then to the most simple aspect, which sounds really trivial, but I've joked that my hairstyle is somewhat derivative of Black Panther, and people are like, oh my god, that's stupid. And I'm like, this is the first movie I've seen where most of the characters had natural hair. That's a big fucking deal for Black people. And it was a big fucking deal for me because I was like, oh my god, look at the versatility in these hairstyles that I didn't even think was a thing because I'm not exposed to it. So now I can take a picture from this movie and go to my barber and say, hey, can you do this? And they're like, oh yeah, I got you, fam. I mean, if you have a good barber, because you have a good barber. But I mean, just even things like that you don't necessarily consider. So that's why I think, yeah, it's such a big deal. But then you get people that's not only on the internet.
Some of the overhangs.
Like, oh, you're culturally appropriating only Black people. This is just for Black people. This is our safe space. And I'm like, no, you're ruining it. This is a great platform to invite people in and say, hey, look at how diverse Africa and Black culture can be. It's not all like hip hop bullshit. Look at there's nobody in this movie that's fucking lighter than a paper bag. Look at the love interest. She's not super light. That's awesome. Like, look at all these cool things we get to have now. And people just ruin it, which is why we don't have them. So, yeah.
You might be a little bit passionate.
What
is that? Is that what you're making?
That's what I'm building, the Dan board. Hasaki Art in the chat asked me what I was building, so I was just holding up a box.
The thing is cute.
So
it is really cute.
that's what I'm building now. What?
We stream on YouTube as well?
Yes.
God.
Oops.
Here's a long, pointless screen about Black Panther that nobody asked for.
No, there's Hasaki's like, ha ha ha, Wakanda forever. It won't be simplified.
Yeah, like we went to go see it with my mom.
Oh God.
My mom, for the record, is 63 years old.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like she is in her 40s, and she acts like she is in her 20s.
And she is embarrassing. Holy God.
My mom she's a chatty Cathy, and she enjoys being the center of attention, which is one of the things I actually like fucking loathe in life.
Oh, well,
and so,
listening to you, I couldn't tell.
Like the Wakanda Forever everybody, and I'm like, oh my God, if you do not fucking stop, I'm going to throw you out of my damn car. Jesus. So.
Throw Jesus out of the car? What did Jesus do?
Throw my mom out of the car.
I know.
Oh
Jesus,
God.
take the wheel.
What's she doing? She's just sitting there.
Throw mom from the train.
Oh,
nice day.
yeah, that was actually pretty abbreviated, knowing how deep I can get about that. Not like deep, but like, oh, do you really want to have this conversation? But at least it's not as bad as me and Ava, where I'm just like, do you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior? Evangelion.
Kim's
Your
a
Lord
little
and
upset.
Savior.
See, Hasaki Art has good speech.
T'Challa?
He agrees.
Shinji Ikari.
Oh my
Shinji
God. I'm over
Usually, like,
oh, I should share
every
that.
time she
Oh,
like
dude.
sits down to watch Ava, I ask her if something's wrong.
Aw, boo on you.
No,
Yeah,
it's
sounds
because
great.
I worry that she's like depressed or like sad or something. I'm just like, is everything okay?
Sometimes,
No.
sometimes you
And
just
I've
wanna
tried to
watch
explain
Ava.
to him several times that the end of Ava actually has like one of the most uplifting messages.
Oh my
ever.
God, it totally does. Are you kidding me? Dude, it
Yeah.
fills me
And
with like
people just like,
crazy emotion.
yeah, people just just goes right over their head. And I'm just like, I don't even want to talk to you anymore. You don't get it. I'm walking away from this and from you in your entire life. I would say have a nice life, but I don't mean it.
Ava?
Yeah.
What movie is this?
End of
Evangelion.
Evangelion. Or
What?
Evangelion, any of it, you know.
Oh, Evangelion.
All
Okay.
goes tumbling down,
I thought
tumbling
it
down,
was
tumbling down.
Evangelion.
Kim's a huge Ava fan.
Ava and Macross.
Macross.
Oh yeah, I just got the Holy Mountain Printing Macross Super Fortress Macross long sleeve. What?
Nice.
It is nice. I haven't shared any like photos or anything, but got a box of goodies from them.
No shit, Sherlock.
Come together, right?
Yeah.
Any tips? Suggestions?
Oh, I don't like this.
I don't really like the art on this. It looks very unnatural. I wish there was a way that you could get it.
The mouth on this that's a permanently like stuck in there black insert for the mouth part, so I can't take that out for painting or anything like that.
Yeah, seriously.
So what are you gonna do?
I don't know,
Three
but
times.
like the eye parts are hollow, but the inside part is
I'm using a flame.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Above it.
Okay, maybe
it's like in there.
something gentler like a hair dryer. Which we have in the
It's
I'm not
molded in
saying
there.
just like as a test run in the future, maybe try using a hair dryer because it'll give you a little bit of heat and it's not going to be as intense as a flame, no matter how high you get away from it.
Yeah, I mean,
Or maybe even just warm water, like a mouth guard, and then you can get it to the point where it's malleable in the warm water, and then you can kind of mold it to the way that you want it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I had it so it was like this.
Mini.
See, look at that. She's giving them hints on how to work on a model kit. That's the kind of girl you need to find, Don. We need to get you a good old Southern girl.
Kim's an accomplished artist as well. She doesn't talk about it much, but she did 4 years in art high school for animation and like.
Why you gotta put me on blast like this?
Because she was.
I'm not good at anything.
Yeah,
that's not blast. That's not blast at all. That's complimenting.
That's no. Colleen's the same way.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah. Say anything positive about them, and they're like, "How can you do this to me?"
I'm gonna murder you in your sleep.
Probably.
I have heard that so many times from my wife. That she will kill me in my sleep.
That's love. That's love. Because they're not gonna do it to you while you're awake. That's how.
Yeah, I always get that. Colleen's not on Facebook anymore, but I always get that on Facebook. I get that like memories from years past, and it's me quoting Colleen saying that she's gonna smash a lamp over my head or something while I'm sleeping, or like, punch me in the throat, or.
I have my favorite Kim quotes of the day. They are usually incredibly vile or incredibly just hilarious or on point. One of the three. Or all three. Yeah. Yeah, I need to give you a compliment. You okay?
Yeah.
Headachy.
No, I'm fucking tired, bro.
There you go.
Go.
Chris, I just showed you something in the DMs on Discord that Kim or you, or mostly Kim, might be interested in. It's a whole series. Yeah, you're good. It's a whole series of Evangelion parody on YouTube.
Oh my god.
It is so good. Dude, it is so good.
Kim's
I was just sitting here.
tonight.
Dude, I'm just sitting here watching it and just laughing and uncontrollably laughing. It was so good.
Make this ready. All right, I should put it over as well. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go clean my skin and try this new face mask out and see if it breaks me out. Yes.
I didn't even notice. They're so pretty.
Yeah, some jackass got them for me.
I know. Some asshole. Some terrible old man gave you these beautiful earrings.
Yeah, I was wearing them all day. I mean, clearly.
I'm so observant. You know,
I know
these
that.
things, right?
Well, like I said, I'm going to go clean my skin and
you want to take Birdie out, or you want to take Birdie out?
If you could take her out, that would be fantastic. not.
Just listen to
Who's
you
gonna
guys.
take me out? Who's gonna take me out with the
Yeah,
Chinese
that's it.
food?
Hey, if you guys make it to Austin, we're all going out. All right. Seriously, we'll go get like what would we bring? What would we want to impart to them if they came to Austin? Like everybody,
Oh
like
my.
food wise.
Descend on Austin.
I was gonna say boudin, but you can't even fucking get good boudin here.
Booty? What's booty?
Boudin.
Oh my god.
Dang.
Through the gods.
I don't know Boudin.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Boudin is Cajun.
Oh.
Creole.
Oh,
my-
It
okay.
is
my
dirty
biological
rice.
father would know what that is.
Okay, there's boudin blanc and there's boudin noir, and boudin noir is made with pig's blood, and I don't think you can actually, from where I was growing up and stuff, I'm originally from Houston, I didn't see it anywhere, so I think that's something you have to get specifically from
I
Louisiana.
don't think it can be like legally
Yeah.
made
But
in a
Yeah.
grocery store.
boudin blanc is like, I guess, dirty rice, and for the uninitiated, dirty rice is rice with green, or like I guess green onion seasoning, either chicken, gizzard, or just like ground meat. And basically with boudin, you just shove that all in a sausage casing, and it's amazing. And it is one of my absolute favorite things to get. And one of the things I assumed moving from Houston, which is again like the fourth largest city in the U.S.
It's also the
and
most
one of the
diverse.
most diverse,
It
is that, oh, I'm moving to Austin. I should be able to find everything that I found back at home with no problem in Austin. No,
not at all.
no. Took me 10 years just to find somebody to do my hair. And it's like, again, like whenever we speak Black people here, it's just like you play bingo because they're so rare. It's like, oh my God, I saw a Black person today. And it was great. We made eye contact.
No, usually they just look at us and like look at you and get mad because you're with a white guy.
People get mad at me constantly
Oh yeah,
Wow.
because I have a resting bitch face.
it's true.
And also I'm a terrible human being.
No, you're never.
Yeah, people are always
Do you guys
mad.
deal with that a lot? Where like,
We're in the South, bro.
I don't even think it's necessarily the South. I think it's just a thing. And I think,
We actually get it worse from Black people.
well, that's to be expected. But I mean, to be fair, I've gotten nasty looks from Black people my entire life. Normally, because you talk like a white girl or whatever the shit. So that's one of those subculture things that I was talking about earlier about the whole Black Panther thing. I actually find it funny in a really bitter haha kind of way, in that in Austin there are more interracial couples, but it's largely Black men and white women, and they will give us the strangest looks, like they just saw Jesus rolling into town on the back of a dinosaur, and I'm just like, are you serious? Why are you looking at me this way? Like, why are you judging? But I mean, in all honesty, like the whole Black female dude outside of her race thing, it is pretty rare.
Yeah.
So I think some of it is just like genuine surprise, where it's just like, oh shit, I didn't expect that.
Especially like my nerdy ass. Like,
Yeah.
I am not what they expect.
People don't expect me to have any sort of like, just when I ask people, it's just like, well, what did you think my partner was gonna look like? And they don't know. And I'm like, because you think it would be a vampire. And
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I would expect myself to be with like some unholy creature as well. So I don't think that's necessarily a race thing as so much as a personality thing. Like, people just don't know what to make of me. And that's fair. That's totally fair.
You don't know what to make of you.
I really don't. But I think I'm a hot mess. Like, anytime you see a picture of a trash can on fire, I'm like, that's my spirit animal.
Spirit animal.
No, your spirit animal is John Waters.
Yeah, maybe. John Waters in a trash can that's on fire.
Yeah.
That's not it. But,
Okay.
That's
yeah,
settled.
Austin's a strange beast. It likes to think of itself as being, keep Austin weird. And it likes to think of itself as being uniquely un-Texan, but in all honesty, it is a college town that's gotten very big. It's not.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool way to explain something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very diverse, and I'm not just saying like racially, culturally, it's not very diverse either. Like
Musically, it's
music,
not diverse.
exactly. Like
Jesus
it's
Christ.
really the arts here. They like to make a big deal out of it, but they're really underfunded and underrepresented. I
You're
think
talking
Austin-
about Austin, Texas?
Yeah.
You mean
I think
Austin
it's
city
Austin.
limits? sorry.
Yeah, I think if Austin has anything going for it, is that it's very pretty, it's very green. And
Yeah.
I've always wished that if we could combine like the cold Houston with the greenery of Austin, that would be my ideal city. But I mean, as far as like goes, which is where all this started, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so Austin. And before you leave, you have to eat here because there's really nothing here that's unique enough or memorable enough for me to say, oh yeah, this is totally an Austin staple, because a lot of it just comes from other places where they just do it better.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just there's a bigger market here.
yeah, I guess people are like, oh my god, I'm so trendy. I eat ramen at the Domain. I'm so woke. And it's just like, what?
I think my
Okay,
cousin lives in Austin.
Good job.
Like
I talked
there's
to my
some
one
like
black
really
friend today
weird
about
like
Trump, and they totally agreed with me. It was great, and it's just like,
wow.
really, okay.
All right, go to your skin.
I will. Do you want me to take her out, Birdie? Do you need to go out? Oh my god, she just
Make
hopped up
Chris
on the bed.
take her out. Chris could use the exercise.
No, Chris has
mine
got
is
his
actually-
janky ass knee, and I would rather me take Birdie out.
That wasn't because of you.
Oh, I'd rather me take her out and not have to listen to his bitching about how much his knee hurts and be okay. Because you gotta unload the dishwasher. Yeah. It's terrible. I make you do shit around the house.
All right, Brady, go get her. Go get her. Go get her. Go get ready. Go get ready.
Birdie, you gotta protect me from the boogie boos outside. I'm gonna be walking around with my bandana on. Somebody might think I'm a gang member.
All right, I've got almost done with this dude. I think I darkened him down too much.
See, like this shit's so interesting to me. Like just like watching, just like people watching. That's so interesting to me. To like see like what it's like in other people's households, like because it's different. It's different than mine. I reckon everybody's household is different.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I like the cultural exchange that are like streaming and chatting over Discord and all that kind of stuff is kind of brought. Because I mean, honestly, we're all over the freaking world. Interesting, just interesting.
Oh, hey, I just got some bad news, but good news.
Okay.
Okay.
The hobby shop is closing.
No.
Sales.
Yep. In Kingston, about 2 hours away from here. 50% off.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
Wow.
They've got Smooth On. They've got Proxon tools. They've got those organizers you have there, Brian.
Yeah,
On
the
your-
Hobby Zone.
The Hobby Zone stuff.
Yeah.
They're selling all their display cases and their paint racks too.
Ooh, that's where you can really load up.
Just going to town soon.
Monday.
Oh, yeah, that'll be good in the middle of like the start of the work week, in the middle of the day.
I'm
Yeah,
off
we've got
Monday.
one
It's a long weekend.
too.
I always hear to hate a hobby shop closing down, but
Yeah, no, that sucks.
It always does. Yeah, we've got one that's down the street from us called Wonko's that's going out of business in March. But they're trying to find someone that's going to buy the place, and hopefully they do because it's a popular store. It's been there for 10 years, and you know that's actually a long time for a hobby store around here.
so why are they going into business? What's happening?
The owner has health issues, and he can't focus on them. He's working 2 jobs and
They should make
not having it.
a hobby store that also sells dildos.
No,
Why not?
because
Dildos.
that's too fast.
That's also a hobby.
What was that? As a hobby store?
They are
you said
also
a hobby store
collectors.
does what?
Oh, I love you, Kim. Go take the puppy out.
It's
please.
true though, right?
I know.
And like, you could sell a couple of like high-end like Jimmy Janes because they're like $150 a pop. And so it's just like, okay, girls, while you're here
with your guys,
with your guy, come over here and look at our expansive collection of dildos.
Not what I expected.
This stream gets better and better.
It would be too big.
Man, as soon as I think
I
we're
would
like
want
on
a
a
dildo that you
going
have to put on
somewhere,
the wall and fucking like
yeah,
rip
we
cord.
just get blindsided.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying.
You gotta come up with a witty name for it too.
I think the hobby
I'll be
stores in
telling
Canada
you,
are
still
trouble.
don't section.
Should become hobby stores and dispensaries of the marijuana.
Hey, there you go.
That's not a bad idea. The Girl Scouts in fucking Colorado sat outside in front of the dispensaries
Yeah,
and could not keep stock. Could not.
Of course.
Period.
of course. They were also. I heard the Girl Scouts were mixing with microbrewers and making like cookie beers.
They had pairings. They did pairings here in Austin.
Yeah, that's
at
what I'm
multiple
talking
breweries around town, where they would have beers and wines that went with the cookies really well.
That's exactly what I'm
And
talking about. You know.
it was like we tried to get tickets for it. And this was back in like December, and it's not till March, and it literally has been sold out since like the first week. It's nuts. It's multiple days too.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna finish these arms and then I'm done. Then I can eat something because I'm hungry as fuck right now.
Dude, go eat.
Whatever happened to completing the entire build, paint, and everything all in one day?
Oh, I didn't realize I had to fucking sand so much. I thought Kotobiki would have better plastic, but this is not very good. That's what happens when you assume.
You make an ass out of you and me.
I said you and me. All right, 813, there you line.
You super stoked to see NT on Tuesday, Chris?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, honestly, it's always nice to see something imported on the big screen. I mean, honestly, I think the very first like anime movie I saw on the big screen was Spirited Away when it came out.
Oh,
And
nice.
dude, seriously, like every chance I get now, I try to see something. The last thing we saw that was like really freaking incredible was I think it was a 70 millimeter print of Akira. It was freaking gorgeous. But yeah, dude, I'm looking forward to it. It looks like it's going to be pretty, at the very least, pretty spectacle. But I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Unicorn Story, but it's just me. Like I can't get over Full Frontal's name.
Just think Harvey Keitel in Bad Lieutenant.
Oh my god, I haven't thought of that in years.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. Bring up all those traumatic memories.
Yeah, I'm looking here at the theater that it's playing at here, and it's almost completely sold out.
Nice.
Wow.
That's good to hear.
Mine is
I'm not going to go
almost
see it
good.
in the theater, but
The stuff at like the very, very front row.
That's rough. Yeah, I think we have 3 theaters that are showing it here in town, and I got tickets first day. Like literally, like they went on sale, and I had a notification ready. Like it was go time because they usually sell out. Like whenever the My Hero Academia movie came through, it was fucking cutthroat to get tickets to it.
I ordered my tickets pretty early, and I managed to get like center theater.
Nice.
Do they now sell tickets with assigned seating?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
In Austin, we have the Alamo Draft House. I don't know if there's any local to where you guys are, but they've been spreading from outside of Austin. But they are the best theater I've ever been to. One of the places that you can get booze and food and all that kind of stuff, of course. But they are so strict about using your cell phone, talking, they will literally kick you out. And they've done it multiple times. I've actually had to do that to somebody before because they were like at the Alamo Draft House, like freaking talking and on their phone in a theater. I was just like, dude, seriously, they literally have a 10-minute message about this before the movie starts. The fuck's wrong with you?
Who talks on the
they
phone
actually
during a movie?
rejected it, no refund and everything.
Somebody that does a lot of vocal fry.
I think y'all would have a heyday in Korea because movie theaters here in Korea are nice. Like we're talking seats with fucking like we're talking lazy boys. Yeah,
we've got
we have lazy boys with the fucking speakers like in the headrest.
Nice.
Like
we got
we have 4D movies. You guys have 4D over there?
What do you mean by 4D?
So time travel.
You have
time travel.
Hey, I think you're breaking up.
Hey guys, my Facebook page just hit 800 likes.
Nice.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, bro.
There you are.
I've been
as I was
like
saying before, I was rudely interrupted.
Hey, important stuff here.
Yeah, so like the 4D movies, it'll be like a 3D movie, but they'll have a fourth dimension, which is basically like the seats will kind of be like one of those like moving seat show things at like Universal Studios or something like that.
Oh, right.
So
we got that.
They'll spray water on you. They'll have lights.
In the theater?
What's up?
Smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision, yeah. So it's like smell-o-vision, like they'll spray water on you, mist, lights, moving seat. What else is there?
Muppet movie.
Wind,
pepper spray.
And your seat. There's like these like little like massage or like little pokey things in your seat too. So like,
damn, you didn't even lock the door.
Yeah, it's like it's all timed with the movie. It's pretty cool.
I saw when I saw the second Pacific Rim, they had a thing like that, but they called it D-Box.
That's what I've known it as. D-Box.
Yeah, D-Box.
I've seen it.
It's not
D-Box IMAX.
That sounds suggestive.
Dick box.
Cheese box.
I'm just saying.
Box of dicks.
They usually come in bags.
I mean, it was in Daytona, so that's not far off.
Deltona?
Daytona, right? Do you live in Deltona or Daytona?
It was Deltona, but yeah, we'll go with Daytona.
I live in a Del Taco.
I was going to say, should see if anybody would be interested in this live stream of Black Panther.
Oh, God.
I'm really hungry.
Maybe something else. We'll figure it out.
What
What do you do? I need a blue glaze. What? What are you doing, pup? Huh? Come here. Come here. Pause up. Pause up. Pause up. Oh. Can you sit? Hey, sit.
Is she actually listening to you?
She is. She's listening.
Poor
Speak.
Chris.
Speak. Speak. Ooh. High five. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Speak.
I don't like poodles, to be honest, but that's a cool poodle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Birdie's awesome.
Poodle.
She's
She is
standard.
named after. Yeah, standard. She's 60 pounds, kind of smaller scale size standard.
Yeah, she's a little bit. She's a little one, but nice.
But yeah, incredibly smart, especially like an emotional smart. Like I don't know how else to explain it. Like she's completely like empathetic. It's incredible.
There's nothing in this first reason.
She seems like a nice pup.
Oh yeah.
I've known a few poodles in my day.
She's my first standard. I grew up with toy poodles, which are A completely different beast.
Yeah, it's a whole different animal.
Oh yeah. They're still just as smart though. That's the crazy thing. They usually just have a bad rap, but they're usually little shits most of the time.
Yeah, that's what I've gotten from it.
Jeff, do you have any pets?
Yeah, he's got kids. You've seen him.
He's got kids.
I got a dog. I got 3 cats. I got 2 bearded dragon lizards. I got.
Yeah, a moose.
I think the last gerbil
A
died,
moose?
but we got 3 hamsters.
I think the gerbil died.
Oh, that gerbil was old, man. That gerbil was 5 years old.
Damn.
It's old for a girl.
Wise,
We
long
had a
beard.
goldfish that went to 6.
Lives in an old tree.
Julie worked in an
It's
animal
true.
hospital for 10 years, so we have a lot of animals.
Yeah.
So does anyone else paint minis? I can't remember.
No, I've never,
never
but I'd like to. I'd
I
like
paint
to.
Let me tell you,
everything.
one thing that sucks about painting minis is fucking eyes. Jesus Christ, it's the worst.
That's why.
Well, they're usually the size of like the head of a pin, so nigh impossible to get right. Until you do, and then you do somehow. I think most mini painting is just luck based.
I'm curious now to see where my page is at because Jeff said his hit 800. I am.
I'm at like a nice even like 200 or something.
Yeah, it's 667.
I was at $7.99 for like 2 months.
I've been
What
at
are you guys
600.
talking about?
I've been at 666, 667 for like a year and a half now. So
Subscribers?
on my Facebook page.
How many on your YouTube?
On my YouTube, 180.
180? That's a good solid number.
I've had a channel since let's find out. Yeah. I made my channel 180 subscribers. Yeah. October 8th, 2012. That's when I started the new channel. Because I had an old
That's the
channel
new
which was
channel?
skateboard. Yeah. Since the old channel was
2012 was the new channel. Wow.
Yeah. Yep. And then I just modified it. I changed it over from being like, nothing to when I started to do, I think that's when I started to do props. Let me see what my original first video is.
I was gonna say, like, you could probably make a pretty successful, interesting channel just from doing like videos from like what you do at work. Obviously, like you wouldn't be able to release some of it until after, after the installment or movie or whatever. But I mean, you can always just keep that in your back pocket until later and just schedule it to release later. But
I don't
I
actually.
mean, you do some pretty cool stuff there.
I guess so. I don't think it's that interesting because I've been doing it for so long. But
Well, that's the thing. You don't think it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's fucking interesting for other people.
It's like most of the time I can hang out on live stream and talk to you while I'm doing my complicated work. So, because I've been doing it for so long, it's second nature.
That's why I build Gundams whenever I'm taking technical support calls. Yeah, the contracts that I cover are ridiculous. Oh, thank you. Here. Thank you. Don't get. Hey. Hey, come here.
Deep pork, man.
Pork.
Kim, call her.
Alrighty. Hey.
Pork.
You do not bark in this house.
Pork.
It's usually okay to bark. It's just, it's midnight. We're not that big of dicks.
Oh, is it 1 in the morning? It is.
No, Brian, you gotta stay up until I finish. Until it's nighttime here.
Oh,
When are you
God.
gonna finish?
It's freaking midday. Look at the sun shining.
I took a nap. I ate a massive burrito.
Food coma.
We have a bunch of excellent Spanish Mexican food spots around here. It's great. Not like your.
That's what we would take you to. That's what we would take you to. Tex-Mex.
Yeah, you can totally get some dope.
There we go.
I'm down for Tex-Mex.
I had some really awesome Tex-Mex in San Antonio.
Oh, God, yeah. Ugh. Anywhere above the Mason-Dixon line, you're going to get gypped.
Mason-Dixon line. Wow, his head is big.
Yeah, man, he's made out of cardboard boxes.
Yeah, my cousin lives in Austin. I just realized that.
Best barbecue I ever had was in Houston.
Oh, yeah.
Colleen says
best
you gotta go to
barbecue.
Nashville for barbecue.
It's interesting. There's like that aspect of barbecue, and then there's like there's multiple versions in Texas. It's just weird. Like there's like the East Texas, Dallas style of things. There's the Houston style of things, and then there's these like middle of nowhere hill country ways that are just freaking incredible. My favorite is from a small town called Luling. It's about an hour and a half away from Austin, and their brisket, their pork chops, their pretty much anything they touch that's meat related is fucking incredible. For a friend's bachelor party, we went deep sea fishing, and after we got finished deep sea fishing, we drove through like the belt of barbecue, and in one day we ate at 6 different barbecue joints, and it was like fat kid barbecue. It's amazing. I mean, we literally, I think I put away at least 5 pounds by myself, which I'm not a big guy. I'm not a big guy. That's a lot of freaking food.
So tell me, when do you expect to pass all of that meat?
I've been waiting, man. It's been like 4 years.
Yeah, it's not happened yet, I'm sure. You know, they say John Wayne died with 25 pounds of undigested meat in his colon.
Wow.
I thought that was
Go eat a salad.
This has been your pro tip of the day.
There you go.
Eat a salad.
If there's anything that I brought to this stream, I can tell you that John Wayne died with 25 pounds of
and what's even worse about that is, you know what they say, what happens when you die.
Oh, yeah. It just goes.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, you know what? I bet if he wasn't able to push it through, it was just sticking around in there. It had to be something that the coroner found. With
Hey, you know what they say about beached whales, right? Don't go near them. Because they'll explode and kill you. Literally kill you.
Yeah. They're extremely dangerous. Well,
Well, they have to be dead.
What a way to go
like
for
a
a
whale
minute, right?
carcass. You do not go near.
You don't go near a beach whale.
So do you think that like the coroner, when they did the autopsy on John Wayne, do you think it was like something from Empire Strikes Back? And he was like, I thought he smelled bad on the outside.
Ooh.
Oh, that's awful. I thought he was going to just crawl inside him and stay warm.
Right inside that giant. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. I mean, I kind of went there, but I'm not gonna continue.
Oh, come on, Brian. Yeah.
No.
Don't be weak sauce.
I mean, we're already bordering on the territory.
I just crawled inside his giant distended rectum and curled up for warmth. Is that what you wanted me to say?
Woo! That's fine.
In amongst the rot and the fodder. Said, it's just like home.
Hibernated for 8 months.
Hibernating for 8 months. Oh my word.
Oh. Brian, have you seen what's that? Ellie Lied? Elvin Lied? Yeah.
No, I have not.
Yo, that anime don't play, man.
It's good, but you gotta be ready for that shit. It's kind of like Devilman Crybaby. Devilman Crybaby, same way.
Was that like, good?
Devilman Crybaby? I had an existential crisis after watching that shit. It was amazing.
What? Really? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to check it out then.
It's on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, I know. I saw it and I was like,
No, it's not, you liars. It's not on Netflix. Liars. It's never on Netflix.
Well, America.
America.
Even Paul was talking about Darling in the Franxx being on Netflix or whatever. It's not on Netflix here in the city. It is down in Florida, though.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, I have to go turn on my TV. I don't have it on my phone. Oh, yes, I do. Holy shit, okay.
Surprise. Yeah, I was looking for it the other day, and it's out there, but I haven't.
So who wants to share their Netflix account with me?
Shit, I'll share you mine. I don't give a shit.
I'm gonna look for all the movies you guys suggest and be like, yo, it's not on here, man. What are you talking about, Alex? I'm looking at it right here. It's fucking right here. It's not on here. It's there. It's fucking right here, Alex. I'm just gonna go back and forth. Fucking, I can't watch The Pacifier. You understand? The Pacifier.
Why would you want to watch
Vin Diesel?
Yeah,
I can't watch The Pacifier, man.
Yeah,
Go Daffy Poo and Betty by Land.
Why do you want to watch it?
I don't know. Just
Are you okay?
because I can't.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Honestly, but
Well, it's a shit movie, but I'm just saying I can't watch it. I'd like the ability to.
oddly enough, I can't watch it either. Not for the same reason.
All right, I'm done. I'm done building this guy.
We'll see it.
It's a cute little fucker.
He is cute. Is that, does he have like a badge on his shirt or something?
Badge?
It's a chest plug like the Harkonnen.
But yeah, I guess it's a chest plug. I guess it's a chest plug. And he's got a little thing on the side of his head as well.
Your chest plug.
But I didn't put the insert inside the head. I can either choose between this clear amber, yellowish thing, and just a simple black one for the eyes. But
I'd go amber.
With no eyes, it kind of looks like sleep paralysis demons.
With no eyes, right there, like that. It is pretty cool without the eyes too.
It's got this like hollow appearance. It looks nice.
It's like backlit from the sun behind me. It's pretty cool.
Till it stands in your doorway at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that would be creepy.
No, it's when they sit on your chest is the worst.
When they sit on your chest.
I didn't say shit. I didn't say shit. This isn't Germany.
just call what you said.
Wow. Oh, my nutvac is dead.
What?
Mm.
Like dead, or you need to charge it?
Dead. Even with the new batteries, it's dead. It's not working.
You gotta get the corded model.
Yeah, I gotta get the corded model.
Yeah.
The
They are
USB
literally the
powered
same
one.
thing too. Like our, they're very, very close.
Oh well, it's in the garbage now.
Mine was made in Dongguan, China, by Westminster Incorporated.
Mine was made by Black & Decker.
Mine was made in Dongguan Human Deli Toys Factory. Dongguan. Yo, they
Yeah,
might be
that's
the
what
same
mine was.
place, man.
22, Dongguan, China. Yeah.
Dongguan Humen, Humen, Deli Toys Factory.
Mine says Westminster Incorporated, Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
It was sold in America.
Which door? Front door?
Interesting. All right, boys.
Front door.
I think I'm gonna call it a stream because I'm hungry.
I
And
can
I
Get
dig
some
haven't
it.
food,
eaten
bro.
anything.
I can
Get some
dig it.
food.
So I think I'm gonna go out for a little bit, maybe hop on a bike, go around, burn some gas, and then might come back and stream later.
Cool.
At night. We'll see.
Right on. If I am around, I will stop by and say hi.
Same here.
All right.
Good night, gentlemen. It's
Y'all have
been
a good
Night,
night.
guys.
Good night,
You
Jeff. Don. Always fun hanging out with y'all.
Peace.
Bye.